after you guys got out of Dodge, you piled back into the back of the truck that originally brought you to the first warehouse. She went to the second warehouse.
Nice.
On arrival, you saw that the same two guys guarding the door, the big communists, are guarding this door. Somehow they reached it here a little bit earlier than you. Ainsworth. Alistair.
Who the fuck
Sorry,
is
Alistair.
Damn.
This is like worse than when you call Martin Valentin.
Alistair spoke to them for a bit, Earl, and came to the conclusion that they are actually octuple. That's why they've been making it everywhere before you, because it's actually it's actually a different set of brothers.
They're just twins. They're all look the same.
It's like Nurse Joy syndrome.
Yeah, it's the Nurse Joy syndrome with these big communist guys guarding the door.
Wait, so they're like Ike?
No.
So, they made you repeat the password again. And you guys were let in. Upon coming into the warehouse, this is like it's the map that you're currently on. It for ease of map, it looks exactly the same as the last one. It is about an hour away from the last one, though.
Okay.
So you are quite a distance away from the previous warehouse. It's still on like a docking area.
Is it even further away from the police headquarters?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
You guys are essentially now on the absolute other side of San Francisco.
It's all part of my plan.
Yeah.
Yet gotten to see our the portal through the Golden Gate.
The leaders of the Hammer and Sickle movement have not arrived yet. River, Cuervo, and those other two guys that you didn't get the names of yet, that were talking to the Burned Hand member, have not arrived. You guys have some time to talk to some of the random people in here. Feel free to do what you'd like. If you want to roll any checks to see what's keeping the leaders, if you want to explore maybe the area around outside, if you want to do whatever.
Wait, is this warehouse like by? This is closer to the shore, right?
Yes, there is a pier here. You guys saw it when you were coming. No boats are docked on this pier though, which is a little strange.
I asked the guys why there are no boats docked here.
That's how River gets around without being stopped in the city. He travels by boat. We rent out the piers closest to the warehouse. Probably also why he's taking a little late. Travel by boat can be slow.
Who do you rent it from? Are there paper trails?
They seem a little uncomfortable with that question. You'll need to roll me some sort of check if you want to continue, if you want to like charisma some information out of them.
Okay. I will try. Once I find it.
They say there's no trail that you'll need to be worried about.
Oh, I'm not worried about the trail for myself. I am merely worried that if you rent the place from someone, then other what's the word? Other parties would find out about it as well, and maybe that's how that weird man that we saw earlier with the glove got to find out about you.
You can roll another persuasion, but you are aware that the more you pry into this, the more suspicious it's going to make you look. If you don't roll a persuasion, you won't look any more suspicious than you won't look suspicious at all because you just were making conversation before. But continue.
Yeah, I was just making conversation.
Cool, awesome.
I'm not actually trying to find anything out.
then yeah, you don't need to roll another check, and they just say you don't need to worry about that. Cuervo's got this covered. Cain, you approach everyone with a smile and a friendly handshake and a pat on the back as well. And you can roll me a persuasion at advantage, just to raise morale around the warehouse. Oh yeah, they respond very very positively to you going around, and some of the women in the warehouse you can kind of see are like now eyeing you side like a little.
Of course.
The men all seem like to enjoy your presence, and you find yourself being drawn into several conversations in the group that you seamlessly just kind of like insert yourself in for the idle chatter. You get the feeling that you're blending in extremely well.
Ooh.
Conah? Oh wait, hold on. Tal's typing something. Oh, my teeth don't mind these at all. You don't smile. Yeah, you smile with your lips covering your teeth. It's a little awkward, and your smile definitely looks a little. Cain. It's a little awkward, and your smile definitely looks a little off. But you're you know how to cover it up essentially by just like being very very physical and attracting their attention to other places such as.
Dylan, you know that the video, the time traveler video. You know that video where Coach is like smiling with only his front teeth. That's what he's doing.
Which one?
I mean, any of the like Coach videos.
The SFMs, like the one that I linked.
Yeah, any of them basically, because he does that type of smile where he only smiles with his front teeth.
For reference, the video is in the chat.
It's kind of like a mix between a duck face and a smile. That's the type of smile Kane's doing.
I'll give everyone a minute and 30 seconds to watch that video because it's fucking gold and it's a work of art.
Oh, you linked it over there.
I did.
Don't do it. No.
It's what you linked to show Aink's life, essentially.
Yeah, this is what happens to Aink, essentially.
Time dust. He's running away with the dinosaur.
Oops, that's a mistake.
Earl, I know you're dying about this.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'll show you some more of this later, Earl.
No.
No, these guys, all the ones this guy does are fucking brilliant.
Hmm.
The best one is still the
Dylan, I want to make a
what's
history.
it called? The rule breaker.
Oh yeah, Rule Breaker's the best. I'll send that one to you, Earl. Yeah, you want to make a history?
About how communists feel about like people getting married and stuff.
I mean, go ahead. Like, communists don't. Oh wait. Sorry, yeah. Roll me. Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell that like they communists live fairly normal lives. They're really like because of America's propaganda against them right now, though. They are being treated as like, oh god, suspicion. Are they going to steal your bodily fluids?
Man, that sounds just over the top. Who would think that?
I can't imagine.
Quivers in the corner.
Another 40 seconds will be given right now to just watch this one.
Oh, okay.
Rule Breaker one.
So now that he knows that they're okay with like marriage and stuff, and I guess this is having partners in general, he will invite Conah over so that they become accustomed to having Conah around as well as him.
Oh my god. She just eyes him like, "Are you fucking serious?" And walks over with like a smile. It's like, "Hi, hello." But she is terribly not enjoying this.
All right.
What the hell?
That is
Oh jeez, that's loud.
Sorry, I just
check the second one, Earl.
the rule breaker.
Rule breaker, yeah.
I'm watching it right now.
This was originally Navard and Ernest. Now I think it's Caliph and Ernest.
Rule breaker?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
I
If you
want
want to
to let
move
him
on.
finish watching it first. This is funny.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, Kona, you're brought into Cain's kind of like groups and conversations.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll a persuasion as well to charm some pants off?
Well, her herself isn't really enjoying it. I'd rather roll like either a deception or performance to act like a normal person.
Okay, that'll work. You can roll me a performance
Okay.
or a deception if you want to start like telling them blatant lies. Like
No, performance is fine then. Oh, okay,
Marty!
well, fuck me then.
Kana seems visibly awkward by being brought over, and Cain, you can see that the women in the group, particularly, are not taking well to Kona's intrusion.
Hmm.
Moving on to Yomi.
What?
Moving on to Yomi. Yomi, you're in a room full of people who want to steal your bodily fluids.
I know, that's why I said she's quivering in the corner.
Some of the people are looking at you a little strange, and one of them comes over and kind of extends a hand to you. It's like, are you okay? Did something did they hit you while you were running?
I'm fine. She wipes her hand on her clothes first before shaking the hand.
It helps you up to your feet. Like, all right, are you hurt anywhere? Because I can check and make sure you're not bleeding.
No, that's okay.
You and the guy stand awkwardly beside each other. Alistair,
Yes, boss.
you do anything else, or are we all like set for you guys to just like have things
I
move on?
mean, I would say that you should deal with Mauna first.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mona.
Yeah.
I may have forgot you existed. What are you doing?
Perfect.
Playing his character well.
He's trying to see if he can glean anything useful. Like, while Cain has everybody distracted. I can't think of.
Cain has everyone distracted. What are you doing?
Hello?
Hello?
What are you doing?
Okay.
You didn't
I
hear him?
wanna
Oh, sorry.
I want to percent, but I don't know what to percent for.
You can just do a general one to listen to people around you.
Sure, why not?
All right, hold on.
General perception.
There's some people smoking in the room. The general sense you can see is actually that everyone in here is really relaxed, as if they like, for people who were just on the run from the presumable police, they seem pretty chill. Like no one's really like panicking or anything like that. You can see that the guards, the two big guys, keep coming in and out, like every now and then. And yeah, it's just a group of communists. You definitely see Yomi in the corner, like acting very strangely around that one guy.
And Cain. Communist and Cain. Look serious.
There are two things that I would like to do.
Okay.
The first one is that Alistair would take off his jacket and put it over Yomi and just say, "Oh, it seems that she's caught the chills. Don't worry, my lady. This will keep you warm."
Yeah, the guy seems like you don't need to roll any sort of check on this. The guy goes, "Oh, all right, that makes sense." And he just kind of walks off. He goes over and he inserts himself with Kane's group.
The second thing he would like to do is, now that we have one less distraction to deal with, I would like to take a look around the pier to see if I can find any, easily accessible points of insertion in case someone would decide to attack, or anything else that we could glean that would be knowledgeable, like an easy escape route in case we need it.
Okay, are you telling this to the guards? Because when you try and leave,
No,
they...
I was telling that to Yomi.
Oh, okay.
So if you would be a dear and just help me out to make sure that I don't look suspicious, that would be great.
As long as you're not after my bodily fluids.
How many times must I mention, young lady, that is quite a disastrous thing to tell any man?
Not Cain.
You
Then-
should you should take better care of yourself.
I'm surrounded
purpose.
by brutes.
I know.
Levi?
I know.
Levi? Savages?
I know how difficult some of these people may be, but you'll have to give them a bit of time to be able to acknowledge your own gracefulness. Either way, would you care to join me for a walk as we try to scout the surrounding areas?
She sniffles and then nods.
Then by all means. And he does that little, hook thing where he holds his arm out like a, I don't know, teapot. How the fuck would you even explain it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. She takes his arm.
Okay. As you guys go to leave, the Staya, says, "Sir, for our own safety, would you mind just staying in the warehouse for now?"
Oh, I could, of course. But
Are you going to tell him the reasons for why you want to go out?
no.
No,
Actually,
Yomi's gonna say, can we not just get some fresh air?
All right, roll me a persuasion. Um, 19?
22.
22.
Oh, geez, 22. Yeah, yeah. He looks at you, and you still look like a little sick and wigged out from all the communists. And he goes, "All right, just don't go out of our sight."
Well, of course not. We wouldn't even dare. We need your protection, don't we, after all? Ho, ho, ho.
Styo shrugs. If you need to go anywhere that's around the corner towards the pier or down the street, take Vincent with you.
Okay. Anyway, what I just want to do is just take a look at the surroundings so I know the layout of the land.
You remember?
Sort
Do you remember the street that you were on previously? what that map looked like?
Yeah.
It's the same. However, you can see down south of that street. If you continue on that way, you will reach the pier.
Okay.
If you want to check out the pier, you just have to ask Vincent to go with you, and I will move you onto that map so you can take a look at it.
Can I ask the gods what's on the pier?
Honestly, nothing. There's a couple benches for sitting, places to tie your ships to, but we've got it cleared of everything right now. Sometimes we unload and load stuff on.
Oh,
But-
I see.
We have it clear for River and Cuervo's arrival.
Are they running a bit late, or is it normal for them to come this?
We're
At
making
this
sure that
time.
the area is clear of anything first, and that this isn't another setup. So we've got to send them a message while they're still on the boat, which means that it could take some time for them to get the message and then for it to come. We finished checking the perimeter, though. It looks like it's clear, and we've got some guys keeping an eye in some of the alleyways. You feel like, Alistair, that Vincent seems to be particularly chatty, and with some sort of a check, you might be able to actually glean the exact positions where they have men stationed.
Just so that I know in case I decide for a more gentleman's endeavor, if you catch my drift. Where would I want to not be in case I would have to do such a thing, if you know what I mean?
Roll me persuasion. And Yomi begins to blush.
She mutters something along the lines of how indecent.
Jesus Christ, this is the night of 4, I guess.
Vincent, Vincent looks like he's about to say something, and then Staya kind of like smacks him, and like just a gentle like pap on his chest. And Staya's like, "That's not really something you need to concern yourself about with. In case you get caught, if this is a raid, we'd rather you not be able to give away where we normally station people."
Of course, that makes a lot of sense.
Staya seems a little suspicious of you, but you're not sure if that's just his nature or if he's actively like starting to catch on to you. You could roll an insight or something likely to check. I'm giving you examples for what you guys can roll this session, but like going further in the future for stuff like this, I'm not really going to give examples.
I honestly don't care that much. I'm not
Cool.
going to do anything else.
Awesome. So, are you go back inside?
I mean, I wanted to go to the pier, but with all these bad rolls, I'm not going to try.
Okay. Yomi and Alistair come back in. I'm going to do one pass over for everyone else in the warehouse, and then we're going to move on. Kane?
I think Kane's just going to continue to just boost morale and just really try to stay in there with everyone.
Cool. You don't need to make any sort of roll for this.
Cool.
It's totally fine. You continue like chatting, and people seem to respond favorably to you. Kona, are you still with him, or have you tried to distance yourself?
No, kind of straight up like stealthing out of there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, roll a stealth.
If Kane was like had seen how uncomfortable they were, he would have been like, "Oh, yeah."
Don't blow my cover.
Kona, roll a stealth to see if you can like actively distance yourself from the
Give me
conversation.
a second. I think it's being wonky again. So, fuck. Come on. All right. Public roll. Normal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How do you remove yourself from the conversation?
Since he's probably gonna be surrounded by people at this point, or it keeps getting like
He
getting
keeps
talked
moving
to.
yeah.
Yeah, she just keeps moving between people until they like don't notice she's down there.
Yep, and you just scoot off. Now you're kind of like against one of the walls in the shadows and paying attention.
Yep. And she's staying there.
Mauna?
He's just gonna keep looking around. I mean, he's not trying. He's doing the inverse of King. He's not drawing attention to himself.
Okay.
That's right. Kane's got the attention.
So about a half hour later, the doors open up. Vincent and Staya let in a group of 4 people. You guys recognize River at the front and Cuervo beside him. Sorry, that's not.
I was about to say.
And Cuervo beside him, as well as and now that you get a better look of it, it's another one of Staya and Vincent's brothers at the back. Meaning that there's only one accounted for now. And Cuervo calls out to everyone and is like, "Gentlemen and ladies, thank you so much for your patience. We've convened on the boat, and we've decided not to accept Mr. Pieter's offer." There's some tittering amongst the groups right now, Kane, and you can see that the group you're currently in is pretty split on whether or not they agree with this decision or not. You have the feeling you might be able to sway the rest of this group that you're in's feelings on this matter in one direction or the other. Because of your current clout with the communists.
Before that, can I roll a perception to see what exactly they're talking about?
A perception?
Yeah, just to listen in.
Well, they're talking loudly right now, so you don't need to listen. Oh, you mean to the group that Kane's in? Yes. Yes.
You're talking about stealing your body.
Yomi, I want you to tell me what happens. I'm doing a new thing where I want people who get nat 1s describe to me what happens.
I don't know what... Because, what do you even do in a nat 1 for a perception? Because it's just listening.
I have an idea, Tal, if you want to hear it.
You want me to, if you want, I can come up with something for you.
Yeah, I guess.
You're so stressed and anxious about being in here that you slowly begin to tear up, which only makes you more and more stressed and anxious. And soon you've got your eyes covered to try and hold your tears in.
Sounds about right.
Look what you did. You gave her anxiety.
My apologies, young lady. There's just too much musk.
Moving on to Kane.
What would Kane do? Got it. My fellow men and women.
Are you speaking loud enough so this way everyone can hear you, or only this group that you're in? It seems like the Cuervo is pausing for people to react to the information, so you could totally speak up and announce to the whole warehouse if you wanted.
I think I'll do that.
Okay, whole warehouse.
So he'll go, my fellow men and women, they've made the right decision in not accepting this plea for violence. We have all come so far peacefully, and we're working towards a future that we all want. Let us not resort to violence because someone wishes to undermine the true vision that we have for the future we want for our brothers and sisters and those to come after us.
Okay. Make me a persuasion.
Normal or advantage?
Not at advantage, because this time you're trying to get the whole warehouse. And there's a lot of differing people with a lot of differing opinions.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good speech, though, so I'll give you an inspiration.
Then I'll use that here.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, the kind of like private discussions stop, and River and Cuervo look directly at you before continuing on. Our normal meeting today then is going to be suspended. We're sorry for having you all come out here. We'll still be around a little bit longer if you have any other questions. In addition, the fund for David's wife is being taken in the Cross Sickle, and that's the name of the bar you guys were at.
Neat.
They do a couple other announcements that are just generally like, talking about certain people. They plan to have like a cookout meeting like soon. It seems like this organization, rather than like an actual movement trying to shatter capitalism, is just a place for politically like-minded people to come out and hang out. Is what you guys are starting to get the sense of the Sickle and Hammer movement. It's legit kind of just like a political club. It's they don't want violence. They just kind of want to do their own thing and be left alone. You start wondering why the FBI is so interested in them.
Oh my god. I know why.
And they all go, they come sit at this table, and you guys can see, because you clearly don't like rush to go and talk to them. You guys can see that every now and then, like, someone from the group will go up and chat with one or two of them at the table, and it seems like this is a normal thing, and that they're very approachable. So you don't need to worry that it's like weird to go and talk to them. Other than that, you see some people in the warehouse are starting to like leave.
So what do we do?
Cain will try to get a sense. Like, he'll go around from group to group, and I'm guessing that they welcome him, each one, because of his standing with most of the group.
Oh yeah, your previous roles on your speech have made it so you no longer need to make any persuasion checks.
So he's pretty much just going around, seeing how everyone feels about the past events and the decision to not accept the deal.
It seems like the entire warehouse is like now 100% convinced that it was a good idea to not accept the deal. There were a few who like seem like they're grudgingly accepting
it. 26 persuasion.
Yeah, there's a few that look like they're grudgingly accepting it, but it's clear that they've come to a group decision that it's the right thing to do.
Okay, cool.
Change it in a while.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some people who are leaving now. It looks like the meeting's wrapped up. The leaders are still sitting around, and they're just chatting with people idly as they come and approach the table.
So we have a few options, because the idea is still that we want what was his name? Cuervo?
River.
Yeah.
River.
No, you want River. You want River, not Cuervo.
No, but both of them was like, try to get both of their souls somehow.
Yes. River, you're expected to take alive. Cuervo, he would prefer if you took dead.
But then we wouldn't understand River.
That's
We're gonna put River in the prison.
We
anyways.
just want River's soul.
Alright, we're gonna put him in the dungeon.
Yeah. It's just it's unexpected. Tyr doesn't think that you'll be able to kill him because he is the most like he's essentially Rasputin.
He's
Yeah.
one of the most unkillable men in the universe.
But like, we can still take them both alive.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you could take them both alive, but you guys kind of all, without needing to roll an insight check, are pretty aware that if you take them both alive, Cuervo's just gonna turn up dead in the prison one day, is the same as the mother did.
Oh?
Yeah, but see, my plan was that if we can convince them both that for whatever reason it's a good idea to come with us, then one way or the other we can get them both to come with us, with both of them being a bit of a guarantee, sort of, that, oh yeah, we're bringing you both back because we've got this plan of ours or whatever.
So you're talking about, are you planning on openly telling them to come to the Tantalium? Because Tyr's told you that they will guaranteed refuse to.
I never said any of the sort. I was
Okay,
just
I'm just
saying.
checking.
I was just saying that if we tell them one way or the other, if we can convince them both, then we have another way of. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
First, can I roll an insight, I guess, to see after Cain's speech, like, how are people feeling about the decision?
Oh, there. Just because I think I asked around about that while you were gone.
Yeah, Cain asked around about it, and it seems like everyone's pretty united in that it was a good idea now.
Okay.
The group that you guys are with tells you that there's another meeting coming up in a week, and gives you the address and where. Looks
What
like it's
about
going to be
the
another warehouse
password?
in this pier area.
Is the password going to be the same?
Yes.
So here was the other thing that I wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the FBI so hell-bent on finding these commies even though they're not doing anything illegal?
Yeah, I mean, we can always go back and try to find out more at the station if...
What they did say was that they sometimes load and unload stuff, so maybe there's some other illegal activities they're up to.
I mean, we could search around.
Yeah, you guys could totally like leave the warehouse, hide out, wait for everyone to go away, and then search the warehouse and the docks.
I would be fine with that if you guys wanted to do it, because I don't know what to ask them.
And one way or the other, it's going to be a week until the next meeting, so we have time to figure out some other stuff. But we could also talk to them to just, because so far we've integrated. Well, Cain has integrated himself with the people, but he hasn't really done much with the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can roll an insight on that, on, like, for instance, for how the leaders are viewing Cain right now.
No, what's so bad? She's like half-assing it. She's like, I don't care.
This is a group check.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. I wasn't going to roll for it, but I guess I will.
Yeah, Cain didn't want to roll for it.
Group check, so y'all get at it together.
Okay.
Let me add this up real quick. Yeah, you can tell that they're definitely intrigued with Cain. They're not, Oh, hey, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
Hi, I'm here.
Hey, Bree, you show up in a warehouse in the 1940s filled with communists.
And you don't look like a bird.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, you don't look like a bird. You don't look like a bird. You look like a Chinese human.
Okay. Do we all look like Chinese humans?
No. Alistair is black. Cain is German. Yomi, Mauna, and Kona are all
Kona's Spanish.
Oh yeah, Yomi and Mauna
Kona.
are Jewish, and Kona is Spanish.
All right, and I look. Okay, gotcha.
Cool. So anyway,
am I male or female?
You're your normal gender.
Okay, so female.
Cain, you can tell that the leaders of this of the Hammer and Sickle movement, they're intrigued in you. Everyone knows this. They're intrigued. They're not threatened by you. They just don't know what to make of you yet, since you just kind of showed up and like warned them of an attack and have been supporting everything that they're doing. So you can understand that like they're a little suspicious, but they're all like it's more like, okay, who is this guy and what's his game suspicious?
Mhm.
You know? Not like this guy is an enemy, definitely suspicious.
Yeah.
You can tell that you've definitely put an impression on them. So after this meeting, you guys all kind of realize that they're probably going to try and do some background checks on Cain at the very least, because he's made a presence for himself. He's definitely gone noticed.
Mm.
And you guys are aware where those background checks would lead.
Nowhere.
Not true. You gave the name Sterling Archer, which is the same as your FBI agent name.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's
if
no
they start,
paperwork.
Huh?
And the paperwork on there, Sterling Archer is my spy name.
yes, like there's no actual FBI paperwork for it. You guys don't know exactly how Krieger managed to insert you in as FBI agents, so you don't know if a background check is going to turn up anything on you that's related to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an issue that you guys have all kind of like just all come to the conclusion that, oh shit, we might want to address this before leaving this warehouse.
Mhm.
By either convincing them that they don't need to do a background check on Cain, by either trying to capture them right now, or by any other crazy idea that you should be doing. Hold on.
Also,
Should be now.
the rest of us, we look at each other and we see ourselves with the looks that we have in this world, right? We don't see ourselves as
Yeah, no, this isn't a glamour. This is, you are in these actual bodies.
So we don't recognize Echo, and Echo doesn't recognize us, correct?
Echo knows who you are because Krieger has, for once, actually prepped Echo properly and been like, yeah, no, these guys.
Should we explain, by the way, what's going on to Bree?
If you'd like to, yes, I will give you guys some time to while I update your tokens and then go to the washroom.
Bree? You there?
Bree?
Hello?
Brianna?
Oh, okay, I guess...
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh. Are you listening?
Yes, I am listening.
Okay. So basically we're in, I don't know what the fuck time period this is anymore, but we're in
It's a
San
parallel
Francisco.
universe.
The next match.
This is like the early to mid 1900s in San Francisco. We're trying to get a guy who's like, he's like a leader of like some communist club thing.
Are we communists?
You are
You're
currently
acting
pretending
like
to be
it.
communists, yes, but you are in actuality FBI agents set
Right.
to gather information on these communists.
But is Cain really?
At this point, Yomi's convinced that Cain is actually a communist, so... Anyways. And his fangs do not help, but anyways.
Okay, so we're double agenting right now.
Mhm.
Kinda,
Yes.
yes.
Especially since Cain has actively told these communists that the FBI is after them.
Oh, and last time what happened was we showed up at a communist meeting, which we found out about through like going to a bar. So we showed up at their meeting at some warehouse. There was one of the members of the Burned Hands there. And because the ones that we've seen before only had 8 eyes, correct?
Some had 7, some had 6. Biggest you've seen is 7, and now you've seen someone with a 10 spot max.
Right. So that guy was trying to convince the leaders of the communists to, like, I don't know, make a deal with him or something.
Get an army.
Yeah. But like he wanted to use violence, and they're like not about violence. Also, we noticed that while the member of the Burned Hands was talking, he was like trying to like stealthily cast a spell on somebody, but we interrupted him, and then he disappeared because he's an edgelord. So then basically the warehouse got evacuated because I think Cain made up he warned them previously that there might be an attack from like the FBI or something, or some sort of raid. So then everybody evacuated, so now we're at some other warehouse instead. Did I miss anything?
Alright, so the reason why we're here, just reiterate the reason why we're here again. I missed that part.
So there's one of the leaders. We're trying to get one of the leaders. He doesn't talk, but he's like the hardest man to kill, quote unquote.
And the multiverse.
Yes. And so we need his soul. Like,
so we're here to kill a man, basically.
We're trying to get
but
him.
we can't.
We're trying to get him alive, but if we do get him alive, he's just going to go to the prison anyways.
Okay, that's fair.
He has
Do we know his name?
River.
Okay. River.
He has like a right-hand man named Cuervo, who's like, he like talks for
Translates.
him. Yeah.
Because he does talk sign language and stuff like that.
Like, we could try to get Cuervo, but he's probably also gonna, like, if we bring him back to the Tantalium, somebody's probably gonna kill him anyways.
Okay. Dylan. Is Dylan here? I'm guessing Dylan isn't here. I'll ask him later when he comes back. I think.
I heard Dylan.
So what are we doing in the warehouse right now? Are we asking around for this person?
We're trying. No,
No.
he's like right here. It's this.
This
guy.
is him.
Hello, who needs me?
This is Cuervo.
I do. I need a clarification. Since I'm now, I guess, a human, does that mean that I can talk normally, or is there
Nope.
some sort of inhibitance?
Same issue as always.
Okay. So I just repeat what others say, but I guess in a regular human voice.
In the voices of different people, you still sound like a parrot.
Okay.
By the way, if you guys want, I can describe River again. He's a big burly man. He's got a pair of a big ass like forge hammer on one hip and a curved sickle on the other. You can see that this guy has been through hell. On one of his temples, there is an old scar that looks like from a bullet wound. And now that you guys have gotten better looks at him, you can see that there's actually a matching scar on the other side that makes it very clear he was shot through the head and the bullet went through the other side and he survived. On the front of his neck is a wicked straight slash, and on the back of his neck is a ragged one, as if someone had tried to take his head off from one direction and then slit his throat from the other. His nose has been broken many times and is missing the tip of it, and he's got a large chunk of one of his ears gone. He also has like a very, very sickly kind of coloring to his skin. His right-hand man, Cuervo, is a Mexican who is much shorter, and instead of burly, he's kind of stocky. You're pretty certain that this guy would be a dwarf in any other. That's it.
About what we're doing here, basically, because originally we showed up at the FBI headquarters, and they were like, "Hey, go investigate these people." So now we've like inserted ourselves with the communists. So that's what we're doing here right now.
Is River a communist?
Yes, he's like a leader.
Okay. Alright, now I'm picking up on things. Okay.
Cool. And Cain has like made a really big presence of himself, making a lot of friends and such. So the party just did an insight check and has realized that this means that the leaders are probably going to do a background check on Cain and try and find out who he is. And you guys aren't fully aware of what information that might.
Do we still have the same equipment?
Yes, except it looks different now. Like it looks like weapons and clothing equivalent to the time period.
Okay.
Like bows become rifles, crossbows become shotguns, hand crossbows become pistols, melee weapons are varying types of clubs or like sticks.
Kane's sword doesn't change, so he changed it into a dagger so he could hide it.
Yes. Oh, Echo, you also are not wearing an FBI uniform. You weren't given one when you showed up. So you will. Yeah.
So what am I wearing?
We're not wearing that either, by the way. We're wearing, like, simple clothes.
You're wearing workman's clothing.
Okay.
Like, think like a dock hand or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, what are we
That's the
doing
only
now?
pair of clothes I have, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do people want to try talking to them, or?
I would like
what?
to ask, but I haven't had any good rolls this entire session, so I feel like that's going to make things worse. So someone else can go ahead and try things first.
If anyone else wants to do something prior, I'm going to do something after them because I'm actually typing one of my responses out because I don't want to do it on the fly.
Well, Kana's gonna approach him.
Good.
To River.
Oh.
Dylan?
Yes.
Hi, yes. Kana's just gonna approach casually. Are they looking at Cain currently?
I mean, you have to roll perception.
To 14.
They glance in his direction every now and then, but they're not like staring at him.
Kana's still gonna approach and be like, amazing, isn't he?
Cuervo kind of looks at you and is like, "What do you mean?"
With his... Wait, I need to do her voice, I forgot. Well, with the way he speaks and all. Not everybody can do that.
He's a very charismatic.
Wow, you just told the mute guy not everyone can speak.
Not everybody can, like, wove words and shit. Get off my ass.
I mean, River's the leader for a reason. Like, So Cuervo goes, yeah, he's very charismatic.
He does that once in a while. My husband, that is.
Oh. Know him well? Oh, I didn't realize you were married.
Yeah. We tend to go different meetings once in a while, and he does this sort of thing.
That's strange. I didn't see a ring on your finger.
Of course you didn't.
What does that mean?
She leaves it at that.
What does that mean?
You know what it means.
You know what it means when they hide the ring finger and stuff? Or the
Are you trying to seduce him? Roll persuasion. Oh shit, you're Spanish. At advantage. Oh my lord.
Wait, that's I'm just gonna roll it again.
Roll a second.
I love this. They're the best team right now.
I'm gonna go shit myself.
Nailed it. Bang.
You lean forwards a little, Kona, and you've kind of got the top button of your workman's shirt undone.
Of course she does.
It's hot in here, you know?
No, she did
Cuervo
that on
takes
purpose.
notice, but you can see that River is just kind of staring at you. And Cuervo goes, "Oh shit!" Like he actually goes, "Oh shit!" really quietly under his breath. I think I get your drift. I'm
No.
picking up what you're putting down.
Oh, I don't think you do, but your friend surely does. She winks at River.
River scowls at you openly.
That's okay. That's all she wanted to do, I guess. She's just gonna stay there and do idle chatter.
Cuervo offers you to sit beside him, and you can see River roll his eyes.
And she sits down.
You kind of chat with them, and Cuervo asks you a lot of questions about Cain, like where he came from and such. It seems that although he's definitely like, you can see him shifting in his seat every now and then suddenly he like crosses his like legs.
I didn't know I have X-ray vision, but
Yeah.
Ooh.
He crosses his legs, and he says that he's definitely into you, but he's asking. It seems like he's still asking questions about Cain.
Oh yeah, she just general bullshit.
Come up with some general bullshit and roll me a deception.
Oh, okay.
Please call me over.
At advantage, by the way.
Had advantage. Beautiful. General bullshit. Let's see.
10,000 in general bullshit. That's
Fuck off.
a pretty good general bullshit.
My good general bullshit. You know, same old, same old. We were from a small town and we just started traveling around. Families are, well, a touchy subject. In fact, why don't I call him over?
Cuervo's too distracted to pry deeper. Like, you get the feeling that normally he would ask questions like, what was the town name? And shit like that. But he's definitely distracted by your boobs. So he goes, no, there's no need to call him over, and you soon find one of his thick, stocky hands on your thigh, and says, I think we're doing just fine without him.
Oh, but the more the merrier, dear. And she smacks his hand and like calls Cain over. Dear.
Roll persuasion at normal this time to see if you annoy him with that or not, or if you manage to do it playfully.
Playfully.
All right, let me see if he. Lord in heaven, he kind of like he giggles. Like he actually giggles. And it seems like he's totally into getting cucked.
Lord help us.
This may have been a nat one on his part.
Oh, fuck.
Cain, you're being called over.
Of course.
Hello, dear.
Hello. I see you've made some friends.
Even a little more. She winks at Cuervo.
Oh. That's great.
What's up, Cuervo? Oh yeah, he actively blushes and like averts his eyes.
I was just telling them a little bit about you.
Oh.
You know, the us being from a small family, small town and such.
Okay, roll me a deception to have made that sound natural and not
But that
like you're
was
trying to lead him.
That was just me.
I
I'm
know.
not good at this. Ah!
God damn it.
The power couple right here.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And they would.
I found Martin's role.
You easily work that into the conversation, and it doesn't sound strange at all, as you like essentially let Cain know everything you've told them. Cain, any deception rolls you make to lie about your past are made at advantage because of Conah's building you up and letting you know the information.
Oh, okay.
Should have played a rogue forever ago.
That's fine. I actually have a way of telling the truth and lying at the same time.
Oh no.
Perfect. There you go.
Before I continue with you though, Cain, I'd like to check for the rest of the room.
Yep, good.
Just got here. Are you doing anything?
Dylan,
Yes.
does the guy still have a boner?
Not that you can see. You just showed up in a group of people.
Okay. So what do I see?
Cain and Conah are talking with a group of leaders. You see a bunch of communists around. Some of them are smoking. Some of them are chatting. Some people are leaving. You see Alistair and Mauna kind of doing their own thing, and Yomi is cowering in a corner, covering her mouth and face.
Do I know why?
You do not.
Okay. Can I roll to know?
You can approach Yomi and ask her.
Can I roll? Is that a no?
What would you roll?
Don't fucking know.
Insight.
Roll
Yeah, that'd
a
be insight.
roll a knowledge mind reading.
Our knowledge is quick.
Alright, I don't know where they are in relevance to the board. I don't really see. Oh, I do. Okay, not really a corner, but alright, I'm gonna walk
Oh,
up
I
to
haven't
them.
been moving my tokens. Sorry.
Yeah, the board doesn't really matter right now.
Okay.
Just to show you.
Hey there. It says,
She sniffles. Yes.
how are you doing? Question mark. Echo actually says question mark.
Why does your voice sound weird?
Echo starts to pull at their shirt collar a little bit and clears her throat. Oh, I don't know. What's wrong?
Okay, because Yomi doesn't know that this is Echo. Can she roll an insight?
Sure.
Oh no, she's gonna roll an insight on my character.
Yep, they're part of your group.
Okay. She like relaxes a little bit. And then she leans in and whispers and then like looks around and she whispers, "Careful, they might be after your body fluids."
You can see like Echo tense up. If she had feathers, you could see it would possibly be a floof moment, but there is no feathers.
Nope.
So Echo's what?
Your hair poofs up a little.
Oh, wow. So her hair-
Ghibli style.
so her hair poofs up a little bit, and she looks around and goes,
Jimmy.
"What type of fluids?"
All of them.
Oh, she gulps a little bit. Is that why you're scared?
She nods.
Okay.
Don't trust them, especially not him. And then she kind of points to Cain.
Echo looks over at Cain. He doesn't look like you can trust him either.
Oh, Echo.
I love this.
Listen, guys. Kane's running this shit.
I guess they make
Is there
small
anything
talk
else you
about
can tell me?
body fluids.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Martin?
That was actually from Bree's computer. Holy shit.
Holy cow.
What was?
That thing. Didn't you just fucking listen?
I heard it.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Bree.
Is she still talking to Echo?
Yes.
She just says, she says everybody around here, they're all brutes. And that's all she says.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Martin.
I got nothing to add.
Okay, back to Cain.
Mona?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, Mona's the fucking Caleb of our group.
Yeah, what's up, Mona?
I had nothing to add, so that's why I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Mona's just keeping
him.
attention away from himself, and just he's hiding in plain sight, essentially.
You know what, Mona?
Mm.
Suddenly start to shiver and tremble as you realize someone is approaching you. Say, a young woman. She goes, "Hi."
He waves.
How are you?
He gives her a thumbs up.
She gives you a thumbs up. Listen, I think you're kind of handsome. Do you want to, go get a smoothie after this?
You need a milkshake?
Yeah, a milkshake.
Mauna has a confused look on his face. He doesn't know what a milkshake is.
I like the strong, silent type. So mysterious, she says, tittering. Okay, meet me here after the meeting, and she writes down an address.
He gives her a thumbs up.
They're open all night, and there's a hotel right beside it, and she winks.
Trying to think here.
She's asking you for sex.
Echo says from where she's standing.
He continues to give her a thumbs up. He has no idea what she's talking about.
She kind of skips away. All right, Cain, back to you.
Cool. Obviously,
you need to corroborate Conah's story still with some deceptions at advantage.
At advantage.
Tell me what you're saying.
Corroborate her story.
Yeah.
I have to make sure how I go about this. This is very delicate.
You want me to come back to you? Because I can continue making May uncomfortable. That's like my favorite thing to do.
That's horrible. Why would you do that to poor May?
Because he's mean, that's why.
Cain will just be like, yes, well, first let me introduce myself. We haven't been properly introduced. I am Sterling Archer. Conah, as I said, my wife.
Oh. So you're giving them the name Conah?
I mean...
Yes. Because Amakiuras does not work here.
What?
That's the FBI name she used.
That is the FBI name she used, right?
No.
Amakiuras.
Yes, that's the name she used.
Which means they wouldn't be able to tie it back to the FBI name.
Yeah, that's why she's like, Kona's fine.
Wait,
That's my name.
Because, okay, Earl, so we're not sure how Krieger got us in with the FBI. So for all we know, Krieger might have used our real names on paperwork
Yeah.
or something.
And Kona doesn't have a last name, so it's gonna be a little hard just looking for a shit ton of them.
So
If
Kona,
there's like if there are people named like that here.
yeah. So yeah, wife Kona. As I'm sure she's told you, family is a very touchy subject. I don't really like to talk about my father or mother. They're both have done unspeakable things in their lifetimes. I'm working actually to correct, or at least try to help out with a lot of the evil things that they undermine, that kind of thing. Like how you guys are running everything. Seems like everyone's working together. Everyone seems to be really pulling through. That one man, David. Wonder what you guys are doing, helping out, pay for his wife's medical bills. Horrible thing. Sickness. I guess he just kind of used that as an introduction, kind of.
Okay, roll me a deception at advantage. Yeah, they seem to buy it, and you feel pretty confident that you've solved any issues. Cuervo is too busy staring at your quotation marks wife to really answer you. So the one of the other octuplets that you haven't got his name yet speaks up, and he says, "Well, you look like you'd be a valuable member of our organization."
Yes, I've been trying to help out, especially with the whole not accepting the deal with that gentleman who had offered troops or whatnot.
Roll me, Cain, a final persuasion to see if you can ingratiate yourself now with the leaders at normal.
Give me 1 sec, because I wanted to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
The man who wanted to incite violence. There were a few amongst the groups that had thought, maybe it'd been a fair idea. And I'm sure that there might have been a thought through one of your minds in the slightest. But I feel that the vision you guys are really going for, you've held true to by turning down their deal. They didn't look like a very for the good of the common man kind of person. Alright, now I'll roll.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Normal still.
I know. This is probably. Oh my god.
This is where the nat one happens.
Nope.
Oh.
Did you just clap and go boom?
Boom.
Gain an inspiration. Yeah. So the one of the octuplets, the big guy, he looks over at River and goes, "All right, what do you think?" And River, Cain, stares at you, looks you up and down. He slowly gives a gentle smile and gives a nod.
Good.
And you're pretty certain that you've been accepted into like the leadership's clique.
Hell yeah.
Meaning that you can likely hang out with them and you've successfully ingratiated. What occurs next is a bunch of like idle conversation. Cuervo continues to try and like seduce Kona back.
Oh, that's fine. So when he goes to do that, Cain will like look over, and if he ever catches him at some point, he'll just go, "Oh, I've seen you found yourself a new friend, my dear."
Just adding one to the collection.
Of
Cuervo
course.
is in a bust in his fucking pants if you two keep this up.
And he's pretty much like, well, you know, Cuervo, sometimes I can get very busy with, trying to help out those around me. And sometimes my wife needs company. So you're more than welcome.
Please, call me Raul.
No, Raul. You're more than welcome to come around when we have time. Bam! Ingratiated.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything? Because what's going to happen next is idle conversation, and the communists are all going to leave.
I'm gonna cry.
It
Anyone
doesn't
else?
sound like anyone's doing anything
I'm
else.
good.
All right. So eventually, the communists all start the group has been in the warehouse has been trickling down in number until it's just like a few of the leaders left, and you're pretty certain that they're staying behind for some reason or another. But you guys are expected to skedaddle soon. Cain could probably make an argument to stay, but the rest of you should probably get going unless you want to look suspicious.
Can we hide out? Or at least I want to hide out somewhere outside.
Okay. So let me move you. Change the music. Moment. You fucking guys, by the way. Why do you have
Just
to
been
kink
lucky.
everything I do?
Kane knows how to play this game.
Kind of was made for this. So good luck anytime she's in the thing.
Moving token so I can easily grab and drop. Good timing to enter in, Bree, by the way.
What?
Sorry.
What happened?
Just, it was actually a good timing.
Oh.
One moment. You guys all come out the street. Where are you gonna hide out?
That's a good question. I can't just like.
Oh, and those guys in those alleyways, see them, are not actually there.
Oh, they're not?
They're not.
Okay.
Or at least you don't. They're still around. You know that they did say that they had some guys out here watching, but you don't know where they are.
Right.
When we took that look earlier, did we see anything that would be used as that we could use as a way to hide?
There's some
Because
alleyways.
that is specifically what I wanted to do earlier when I said that I want to take a look around.
Yeah, but you didn't make any rolls or anything for it, did you? There are some alleyways you could hide in. There are some rooftops that look like you could probably clamber up. There are other warehouses if you wanted to try to get into one of those. There's also if you wanted to try and hide somewhere at here.
There's people that can currently see us right now, right?
These two right outside the door, yeah.
Oh,
These two are here, but you guys are also all aware that there are other people out somewhere. You just don't know where they are.
Kane wants to shake hands with these fellows and tell them that they're doing a great job.
Yeah, they both shake your
Perfect.
Is it nighttime?
yes. Sun looks like it's gonna rise soonish, but not like soon.
Is it dark enough where I could use my cloak of the bat?
Definitely. But you should see that there are areas of light. You can't use it in those areas of light. So anywhere near these things, these are street lamps.
Okay. What's
Like,
their radius?
Should be able to see people with poor vision.
Okay. And these two people, can they see like through the entire map of the street?
they can see what, like, you don't know what they can and can't see. There are
They
street
are-
lamps that have things lit.
Keep in mind they are
That's-
human, though.
They are-
Very.
Yes.
So the question is about like the street, right?
What
I don't
question?
know. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I mean, I wanted to look for somewhere to hide out. If you guys are doing anything else, though, then...
Say that again. You cut out so much.
I said I wanted to look for somewhere to hide out and wait, though. If you guys wanted to do anything, then do it. Because I'll just do whatever.
I have a grapple hook. I can just go to a roof.
So you're going to a roof? Okay, what's was that perception for, Martin?
Anything, literally anything. I don't know, because apparently my description of earlier was not enough to tell me what I wanted to look for. So I want to look
So-
for something that's relevant.
All right, so you're looking around and you realize that there are a lot of great hiding spots everywhere in this like street, because you don't know where the scout and the lookouts for the meeting are. They could be on any of the roofs. They could be sitting in one of the cars. They could be in one of the warehouses. Essentially, you like everything that I said earlier that was a good hiding spot: alleyways, roofs, warehouses, or somewhere at the pier are what you're seeing would be a good spot to hide. There could be people already in those spots. There could not be people already in those spots.
Good sir. Alistair turns to Mauna.
He turns and looks at Alistar.
You were given an address, were you not? Of a festive location.
He digs it out and he presents it triumphantly.
Why do we not go here for a bit of after work special time? And you can even meet your own lady. Would
He
that
shrugs.
not be fun?
He shrugs.
Can we check the map for it? General location where it is?
Yep.
Is
It looks-
like inland or close to the water or what?
Looks like it's downtown near the station house, actually.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys can go do whatever I want. I think Alistair's just gonna go party.
Okay, guys, what are we gonna do? These silences are killing me.
I know. I wanted to.
I literally just said I'm going to go do some partying.
Well, okay.
So are you guys not hiding out here then? Are you leaving?
Well, Alistair isn't. I don't know about others.
You guys got to tell me what you're doing. You know, I can't read your minds here.
I mean, if that's what we're doing, then let's do it, I guess.
No,
Mhm.
you guys can go
I don't
do
want to
whatever you
split
want.
up.
Yeah, if we split up the party and something happens, it's gonna be a little crazy.
I mean,
Because I wanted to check out the pier, but, like...
I haven't been able to contribute anything this entire session. I'd rather just be out of the way so I don't mess anything up. So if you guys want to go check out the pier or talk to the communists or whatever. I don't want to get in your way.
Martin, that's a little not fair, dude. Like, yeah, you had a few shitty rolls, but other than that, just keep on with it. That's the fun of the game.
I'm just saying this is what I would like to do. If you don't want me to do it, then you can persuade or anything to get Alistair to stay.
And I'm pretty sure that we have a thing that we can't use that sort of stuff, or just talk in general.
No, you can just
Yeah.
convince him in other ways.
Yeah, like
I'm just
actually
saying.
talk to him.
Mhm.
I'm just saying that he doesn't see a reason for him to be there.
So, Alistair has postulated you guys going to and meeting this woman that Mona has a connection with. It's right by the station house, so afterwards you could quickly stop by the station and see what's up. Or you guys can check out the pier or do something else.
Mm.
Hmm.
Guys, come on, what the fuck's going on here? Put it to a vote if you're honestly just gonna not suggest anything else. This is getting a little ridiculous, guys. Are you going with him or not?
I'm
Can
gonna
we
check
go
out.
with
I actually,
Okay, now everybody at once.
It's gonna be today. Was gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
Everyone's
Definitely a
quiet
Monday.
for like 10 minutes. And then everybody at once. Alright, Kane's going with Alistair.
I want to check out exactly what they're doing here in the pier.
Okay,
Like, maybe we
Yomi
can find
also
some of this
wants
stuff.
to go to the pier.
cool. Yomi, Kona are going to the pier. Alistair, Kane, and Moona are going to the diner. Echo, who are you going with?
I'll go with the pier. So we'll
Cool.
split up.
3 and 3. We are going to deal with pier folk first, and then diner folk. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, one moment. The Roll20. I don't know why, but it's just been crashing for me a lot lately. I think it's because Google Chrome decided that it wanted to be shitty. Latest update. All right.
Oh, I haven't updated, I guess, because mine has been working just fine.
These 3 go into here. You guys don't need to map the people going to the diner. Okay. This is the pier. The only difference to the map is that there is a large boat docked here right now. Looks to be about the size of some sort of transport vessel for cargo. Not overly big, but not like small either.
Oh, we don't get
For
a
cargo.
map?
Huh?
We are
We
on
don't
the
get
map.
a map? Oh,
We
I
are.
see black.
That's weird that you see black. You might want to try refreshing.
Nope, there it is now, of course.
I also realized that I
After
forgot
refresh.
to for whatever reason, the streetlights are out on the pier.
Can I roll perception to see if there's anybody around or anybody that we saw on the way here?
Sure. You're kind of looking around, and it doesn't seem like anyone is near the boat right now, which is strange.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. That stopped being loud.
Oh, that perception roll.
Is Kona doing anything?
Not a lot of places to hide, can she?
Quick roll
Hello?
under a bench.
I'll just roll perception too. If this thing wants to, like, work now.
Does the boat look of any importance?
Yes, it's the
We didn't. mention this. River got here by boat, supposedly. When we were evacuating
shit.
when we were evacuating from the previous warehouse, we had to wait for we had to wait for the leaders to show up, and the guards said that they were coming by boat because it's like safer because he's less likely to get stopped by like the FBI or police or something. So it's most likely his boat, but okay. Yomi wants to go over here, and then she'll look down she wants to look underneath the pier, I guess.
Okay, you'll have to climb over if you want to see perfectly under the pier that you're on, but I'm guessing you're looking down the other length, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, you peer under. Roll perception.
Always.
Some of your tears drip into the water, and you realize that this is the water that the communists have been, like, using.
No.
They now have your bodily fluids.
No, she falls to her knees.
Cries out, no. Anyone else?
I'm gonna go on the other side and do the same thing and check
Sure.
under.
You know, I think
She falls to her knees and shouts out no.
No, I mean like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
like check under the pier.
Okay,
Is that a perception check?
it is.
Okay.
I think how the ladies are going to explore and the men are going to party. It's dark under there. You don't see anything really of interest under the pier.
I have dark vision.
I know. You still don't see anything of interest under the pier.
It's a shame. Okay.
Well, if there's nothing side by side.
I think Yomi's rolled more nat ones than Jing now.
No,
No.
that's impossible. I'm pretty sure Yomi's only rolled like 4. Jing rolls like 3 per session.
Kona?
Kana's gonna like walk on to the end, I guess, of the pier.
Go ahead.
Or do I have to roll movement or stuff?
No, go ahead.
Just keep on going. Interesting.
Have you
Absolute nothing.
moved?
Yeah. She's at the end.
You're still like
Oh, there. Oh,
jeez.
geez. There we go.
Yeah. You were like here for the longest time.
Kona, you need to make a perception now that you're up here.
Lovely. My best roll.
You hear like the sound of something splashing into the water, and you can sort of make out a shape on the boat. It's not like a big splash, it just sounds like a constant something splashing into the water. Like a faucet running.
Huh. Odd. She's gonna investigate.
Someone's peeing. Echo
And I
says.
do have investigation, so
You can't see Echo, you're not there.
investigate.
Fuck you.
Sorry, it crashed again.
Okay. It's a 7 though.
It's a 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're staring, and you're like, what could it be? What is it?
It's
And
someone
you
peeing.
hear from somewhere else on the boat, Jonah, are you keeping an eye out up there? Someone in the shape calls out, just peeing.
Yep. Called it. Alright.
You're pretty sure this guy has his back to you, and that's why you guys haven't been noticed yet.
Neat.
Did-
Can I stealth out of here?
How are you gonna stealth?
Trying to walk back quietly?
Okay, go ahead. If you're gonna move all the way back to the end of the pier, it's at disadvantage. Because you're gonna try and stealth run. Naruto run.
Naruto run. He said disadvantage. Just go.
Yeah.
All my good rolls from last time.
You get about halfway down the pier before someone calls out to you, "Hey, who's that there?"
Yomi yells, Did you find my ring?
Kono yells back, "No, honey, I'm so sorry."
Roll deception or perform, the both of you. You want to
Both
get
of my
your
rolls are
as-
the same.
You want to get your rolls as close as they possibly can.
Yeah, mine are the same too. Alright.
Do you want deception? You roll deception since it was your thing.
And
Is
you
it?
roll deception too, Alex.
Oh, I rolled performance. It's the same number though.
It hasn't shown up.
Oh yeah, well it's 21.
Okay. Yeah, you hear someone on the boat call back, "There's someone on the pier!"
Oh boy.
Do I have sight of them?
The guys on the boat?
Yeah.
You got, like, partial sight of them.
What's the range? Like approximate.
You're going to be firing at disadvantage because even with dark
Oh
vision,
no.
Wait,
not see
are you
this.
gonna shoot them?
like, you
'Cause-
could
Or
not
call out with the person's voice.
Echo.
Echoes. Alright.
Echo.
You're muted, Bree.
Yes.
You cannot see that far.
Okay.
You can make out shapes, but you know that the arrow's likely going to miss.
Okay.
You hear someone on the boat yell, "Stop right there!"
Yomi goes up to here and then she's like, "Have you found a ring around here?"
Oh, okay. So you guys are going to continue trying to do this. All right.
Mhm.
So a guy gets off the boat. Let me just put his token down then. One moment. It's the last one of the octuplets. You found him, guys.
Whoa.
This is like when you play a game and you have to like find all the Easter eggs.
Boop, boo. Everyone gets an Easter egg. So he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I lost my ring earlier this afternoon.
Roll deception. It's early
Wow.
morning. Why are you like? If you lost it this afternoon, what are you still doing here?
I went to bed and I realized that I didn't have my ring with me. So I got up before I could even go to sleep and I've been looking for it since.
Yomi, this guy, you can clearly tell, is not buying it.
I don't know what else to do.
He's got his hand on the big hammer at his hip.
Kana walks up. "Dear, I told you, it's you're not gonna find it. We can save up and buy you a new one."
She sniffles.
The guy goes, "Leave now."
Hi.
Okay.
Come on.
If you find a ring, please turn it into the police.
He draws his hammer and like
Echo
smacks
draws
it.
her bow.
Wait.
Gun.
Gun. Are you pointing your
Gun?
gun at this man?
Don't.
You have a
No,
gun.
well,
Are you pointing your gun at this man?
Echo's gonna draw their gun.
Okay. He can't see you, you don't think. But
That's
he's
fair.
Yomi, he's like slowly walking towards you in a way that's meant to intimidate you, tapping the hammer against one of his palms.
Damn, like Daddy Cain.
that's not a way to treat a lady. We're leaving.
What a
Come on.
prude. She leaves, I guess.
All right, you guys leave. All right,
Yeah.
so you're gonna go back to the station house.
I'm not leaving.
Okay, you guys aren't leaving then.
Are these blocks? Are they like benches? Are these benches?
They are, yes.
So if I get down like on my stomach, can I still see under them?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get down on my stomach and I'm gonna aim for this guy.
Oh god, we're gonna make the octuplets septuplets.
Okay. Go ahead and aim at him. So you're trying to lay down to see where, like, because now that you're laying down, you can no longer see him because that is a wall that you have line of sight between you and him. Bree.
Yeah, I'm trying to like strategize this super hard. Okay, then you know what? I'm gonna say whatever. I'm gonna look over at Yomi, who's next to me the closest. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna shoot them.
Why? Why?
Because don't we need them?
No.
Conah, the dude's still walking towards you, papping his hammer against his hand.
He's just a guard.
I don't like the way he's looking at us. I want to take him with us.
No.
To the... Why?
Where?
Conah, are you backing up at all?
Hmm?
Are you backing up at all? He's still walking towards you slowly, hammer papping against his hand. You can dimly make out more figures on the boat now.
Oh no, she's backing up entirely. Don't. We're 3, and there's more people in that boat.
So don't shoot him.
Don't
No.
shoot the man.
There's only 3 of us.
I mean, it only takes one bow, one arrow, one bullet, I guess, and then like
One shot, one kill.
This guy looks fucking sturdy as hell.
It doesn't take
I
one...
was gonna keep looking at the bullets.
It doesn't take one arrow bullet thing to kill 20 people.
Mm-hmm. Just don't worry about it.
None of that, but common sense dictates that they'd have some way of alarming the warehouse if
Yep.
something...
Echo's like eyes are gonna get like really low, like she's kind of like ticked off or pissed off, but then she's gonna like get up, holster her gun. She's gonna like look at the guy, flip him off, and be like,
Can't see you.
you know, it doesn't matter. She's gonna flip him off anyways, and then she's gonna be like, and then she's gonna say, she's gonna flip the bird, and then she's gonna say in like some weird ass accent, just be like, I love that ring, and is just gonna turn to the rest and be like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Alright. So after that, you guys all leave, and you're going to meet back up at the station house, and we are going to the people at the diner. Mona! May!
He's dying from mouth on fire from salsa.
Okay, Martin and Cain. You guys push open the door to the diner coming in. It looks like a comforting kind of place. It says Pause Diner. Despite the early hours, it seems pretty lively in here. There's a jukebox playing, some people dancing at it.
How many people are in here?
Maybe like 10.
Anyone catch my attention?
There's the woman who was talking to Mauna. Otherwise, not particularly.
Okay, well, that lady is Mona's, and it would not be very gentlemanly to.
There are a couple
impose-
black people in here.
Oh, well, I mean, technically, Alistair isn't black. He just looks black.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that connection with them. I guess what he would do is just walk to the counter, see what they've got to offer, and just scope out the place while he waits for Mona to make some move.
Milkshakes, pie, desserts, breakfast food.
Ah, it's one of those places. Oh my god, is it Better Dylan working here?
Milkshake, pies.
Yes,
Dessert.
we ordered milkshakes from Better Dylan one time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we did.
and
What type
breakfast
of-
foods.
What type of flavors are there of milkshakes?
Vanilla and chocolate.
Strawberry.
Yeah, no strawberry. Fuck
Oh,
this
there's no
place.
strawberry yet. Strawberry milkshakes aren't invented until the early 80s.
Are you sure you don't want to double check your history facts on that one?
I mean, what age are we in anyway? We're in this weird limbo where the World War II happened at the same time as
Chocolates! Milk, vanilla, milkshakes, desserts, breakfast food.
Let me get a vanilla milkshake, Dylan.
A what?
A vanilla milkshake.
Okay. She charges you 3 copper for it.
Why, thank you.
Puts it down in front of you. And she winks at you and says, "Don't be a stranger now."
Aren't we all strangers in this vast universe, my lady?
She
Every stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet.
she seems a little like
Hang on,
stunned.
let me roll a history check to see if I know who said that in this world.
Okay. You're pretty sure that
As in the famous words of Abraham Lincoln.
the girl goes, "Wow, that's deep. Huh. I kind of want to smoke some of that Mexican grass now. And just get a bunch of people together in a big bed
Oh my god, you started the hippie movement.
and protest wars."
That sounds like a lovely pastime, my young lady.
Thanks,
As
man.
for me, I could just be that mysterious dark stranger you met on the night once. Perhaps we'll meet again, perhaps we won't. But you will always remember those comforting words. As you get high
Far
on
out.
smack.
Far out, man.
She nods, and then the cook yells at her for taking too long with a customer. And she kind of scurries off, but before she does, she turns back at you and says, "You know, I think we will see each other again."
Oh no.
And then leaves.
Amazing.
That was not foreshadowing at all, was it now, Sir Mona?
Mana, your chick's in here. That lady's name? Albert Einstein. No, that lady's name? Britney Spears.
Jenkins.
It was Jenkins.
No!
Oh, it was Jane Kins.
Canon now, yeah. Jane
Please
Kins.
don't do this to me. Triggered. Zaris is screaming that he needs to go down there now.
Anyway, so Alistair's just going to sip his milkshake as he watches the room. He kind of is it like bar stools?
Yeah, it's bar stools and booths.
Yeah. He swivels around, so his back is against the counter, but he's looking over the rest of the room.
You're doing the cool guy lean. Okay.
Yeah. Can I just? I do want to point out that he's focusing on like watching and waiting, and like in case something would happen.
Yes. By the way,
like in case he needs to wingman for Mona. Well,
guys, as a minor note too, at this rate, this is going to turn into a big arc that will continue next month. The Venus Mansion arc is not changing dates, just as a note. Okay? Cool. Because this is seeming like everyone's enjoying this one a lot. So yeah, you perception around, you kind of look around, Alistair. You notice the same things I've mentioned before.
Oh,
and,
I forgot I was muted.
Yeah,
muted.
you accidentally at some point, like while taking a sip of your milkshake, spill a little bit on yourself.
Oh.
And,
How quite embarrassing.
you quickly dab it off with a napkin. May, your chick's here.
Okay.
She's dancing at the jukebox, and she gestures you to join her.
Mahoon looks around questioningly at the diner because it's brand, it's something he's never been in before.
Okay.
I mean, that's what he's doing. It's all. I'm guessing shiny and
Roll perception at disadvantage.
fuck. Give me my big mouth.
You can't really notice much because as you're standing around looking around, the girl dances over to you and grabs you by your hands and drags you to dance with her.
There's too much lens flare.
Yeah, too much lens flare.
And foggy.
Kane?
Okay.
Cain will be looking out the window, seeing if they had sent anyone to follow him and investigate him.
Okay, yeah, roll perception. Dark. The window's dirty.
Clean the window.
So, we're gonna fast forward through this part because this part really serves no purpose, guys, apart from May.
Oh, I thought maybe the girl had something.
Not
No.
particularly. It was just a joke to make May uncomfortable that you guys are running with. So, anyways,
Oh, maybe Cain should take over.
you want to try and muscle in? Mount is dancing with her right now. Well, Mount is being danced by her. I mean, the only thing that's really come out of this is that now I have a recurring character thanks to Martin.
Janekins?
Janekins.
I can't believe it.
I mean, I'm good with fast forwarding. Cain would just be on the lookout again for people trying to follow him.
We have a original purpose to fast forward.
I mean, what do you want to do in this fast forward? Because you're actually the only one interacting with another person.
Oh, damn. Like, fast forward away from it.
I mean,
All right, Kane, are you stepping in?
What happened?
Are you trying to like step in and like dance with with Mount as woman or
No.
no?
Cain
Okay.
legitimately will just make sure he's not being followed again. That's his only thing he's really trying to do.
Yeah, throughout this time you don't notice. Alistair, I'm gonna guess you gorge yourself on like exotic foods you've never tasted.
no, he's just having one milkshake. It's not gentlemanly to
Okay.
go against the sin of gluttony.
No worries then. Mount, you dance with this chick for a while, and she eventually whispers in your ear, "What say you and I get out of here?"
Oh my.
He actually speaks and says where to.
Hotel next door.
He has a questioning look on his face.
Come on, I'll show you. It's nice.
He shrugs.
All right, Mauna and the girl do not go back to the cop house with you. Instead, they end up in a hotel. Mauna, she sexually advances you. You can just figure out whatever Mauna would do from there. Fade to black.
He casts darkness and escapes. Fade to black.
Really?
Fade to black, literally.
Oh, literally, he casts darkness and escapes when she tries to like jump him.
Yes.
Got it. Dive out one of the windows to the hotel.
Cain is waiting.
Roll
Catches up.
Wait, stop. We both hang outside the window with like a sheet to catch him.
All right. May, you dive out of the 12th story window of this hotel to get away and plummet down. Earl and Martin, you need to roll me some sort of check, whatever you think is appropriate, to catch him in this sheet and
Athletics
avoid
together?
Mauna from going splat on the ground.
Yeah. Yes. Athletics seems like the best choice.
Athletics, it is.
This is gonna be super.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for this, so he doesn't.
Same.
actually die.
You can use an acrobatics too, May, if you want, and gain an inspiration. Are you all three going to use?
Oh god! Mona, no.
All right, May, acrobatics.
Ooh, that would have been that could have been a nat 1, Earl.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Right as Mauna is about to hit, Cain drops his side of the sheet. And Mauna sees and twists his body in such a way that he lands on entirely on Alistair's side, and then like slides down the rest of the sheet safely to the ground. You guys all high five and gain back your inspirations.
Perfect.
Went exactly as planned.
You hear a
No,
screaming sound in the early morning air. I'm blind!
Now, Mona, my good sir, you do realize that as a gentleman, you're never supposed to.
Lead on the lady.
You shouldn't lead on the lady, but you should also be a gentleman enough to know when to stop. I am quite proud of you, although I do feel quite sorry for the young lady. But enough about that. We should get back to our mission now. Seems like
Start
our
tracking.
our idea for letting you fornicate was out of touch with reality.
All right, you guys.
We dash. Actually, where do we dash back to?
Cop shop.
Cop shop.
Yeah, the station house. All right,
Okay.
you guys go back to the station house. Let me change the music again. And it looks like it's still as busy as it ever is. That room. You quickly inquire as to where Bert is, your handler, and you're directed to the same room that you were in before.
Damn, he works some overtime.
Or, at home.
Oh, can Cain contact Krieger?
Yeah.
Cain wants to know how Krieger got us working with Bert. Whether there's paperwork, or if there's paperwork, pretty much. And where would it be?
There is, but it's not going to really hold up to any close scrutiny. So do your best to blend in.
Where can I find it? Does Bert have it?
There's a lot of copies of it kind of everywhere. You're not going to be able to track it all down. Some of it's going to be at the HQ.
Oh.
Because if they call the HQ to like verify your identities, I wanted to make it so this way you'd at least have a bit of time before being found out.
Okay. Thank you.
Also, he says right before you open the door to Bert's room, I can't see into that room for some reason this time.
Mm.
Mm. Oh my god.
So wait, so he could see before, but he can't see now.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, it's my original. I have a thing that I'm thinking about. That's fine. I know what's going on. Alright, let's go in the room with Bert.
All right.
Mhm.
As you guys all enter the room together, you see that the FBI agent, and you're back in your FBI uniforms. Echo, you're wearing one as well now. You probably picked it up from like the locker. Found one in your size.
Are we supposed to be on a different map?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
There's no map for the
There's
station.
no map for the station house now. And as you guys come into this room, you see Bert is sitting at the desk. and he congratulates you all on a job well done.
Aw.
What kind of job well done?
Well, we've received word that you've made contact with Sickle and Hammer movement. You've identified River, and you've managed to ingratiate yourselves within them. So we're going to extend your uncover op a little bit longer, allowing you to get some time to really get involved with them.
How did he hear this?
We have sources
Oh,
who let us know in like as you reached the bar that you had made contact.
Mm.
We have our own plants as well out there in the field right now.
Hmm.
Now, I have other good news as well. Your funding is being tripled.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Peter, or Peter, I don't know how to do the Y before the R.
Oh no. It is what I thought.
And from the corner of the room that was like beside the door steps a man. He's got tan skin. He's wearing a black suit with black gloved hands.
I don't know who this person is.
I know exactly who this person is.
I mean, that's the man
burn
with
hands member.
Oh.
the warehouse, because they said that it was Mr. Peter's deal.
Oh no.
Mr. Peter is a wealthy donator whose business has been threatened by the communist threat many times, and as such he's providing a significant amount of funding into any operations involving the Hammer and Sickle movement.
Oh, is that what he told you now, is it? Interesting.
Is he like staring at Yomi?
Yeah. He's wearing these like dark little like John Lennon style sunglasses.
Oh no. You know
So
how
you
I
can't-
imagine him?
You can't see his eyes.
Yo, do you guys remember the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Like that, but tanned, yes.
Spooky.
And he smiles at you all and says, "Yes, it is exactly what I told our dear friend and ally, Bert."
That's not suspicious.
Cain walks up to him and smiles and goes, it's nice to know who our benefactor is.
Indeed, as it's nice to know who is out there performing good work for the community. And he extends a gloved hand for you to shake.
Sorry, but I want to pass on formalities till we've actually completed your mission. Then I will share a celebratory handshake and
no.
possibly a drink with you.
Sir, you misunderstand. This is not my mission. I'm simply a concerned citizen who wants to make sure that our law keepers, and he's staring at you, Yomi, again, have the necessary equipment to perform their jobs. Bert kind of coughs. It is highly conventional, however, HQ contacted me early this morning and requested that I allow Mr. Peter to meet with you all.
Oh.
So you're a private citizen?
Yes. Extremely private, as I believe all of you once were. And he smiles again at you, Yomi, in particular.
Ugh. Ugh.
Mm.
In any event, Bert
Amazing.
says, benefactors aside, you'll all be given better equipment, more resources, access to whatever information you need from our files, and there'll be a bonus upon any completion of any report that you turn in. Well, Mr. Peter is already offering to pay. Well, sorry, thanks to Mr. Peter's donations, we've managed to increase your pay per report you turn in to 3,000, and he says something, but it comes out as 3,000 gold per report. With
Oh.
additional bonuses if you uncover any pertinent information.
Well,
That's a lot of money.
it is a lot of money.
What
But this is for the
exactly
good
are
of
you?
This is for the good of.
Hold on, Kane. You've actually had a lot of stuff this
yeah.
session. I'd like to go to Martin first
Yep,
here.
that's fine.
I just wanted to ask, what exactly is your concern, citizen?
You see, these communists have been disrupting my business for quite some time, and I've been receiving death threats involving my family and my parsonage. So I'd like them to stop. And this investigation, should it turn up any unscrupulous activity, would be the best way to ensure my family and my business's safety.
Oh, I see. Is that why you offered them an army?
Surely you jest, sir. Why would I offer one of my enemies an army?
I don't know. I don't know which your enemy is, which is why I asked you. Why you're so concerned with these communists, as you would call them?
Bert kind of cuts you guys off there and says, Alice, sorry, what was your fucking code name again, Martin, that you'd given him?
I'm
Golden
Agent
Fox.
Golden Fox at your
Hey.
service.
Agent Golden Fox. These are some very... If you're implying that Mr. Peter is working with the Hammer and Sickle movement, these are some very serious accusations.
Oh, he's not working with them at all, I'd say.
They didn't accept his offer.
It would appear that the Hammer and Sickle movement have a lot more, how would you say, honor to their own agenda, so to speak.
Bert seems confused by what you're trying to tell him.
Is it because Bert is confused or because Dylan is confused?
It is because Bert is confused. You guys haven't turned in your report yet, so he doesn't know that you guys have discovered that the Hammer and Sickle movement is mostly peaceful or not. He's going to ask you questions, and you guys can essentially give him what information you want to give him after Mr. Peter leaves. So, again, he says, so hold on. Are you now telling me that Mr. Peter wasn't involved with what happened? I don't exactly know what's going on here. Our sources say that they saw you entering the warehouse, but we don't have anyone on the inside apart from you.
Then you'll have to wait for our report, I suppose.
Indeed. Mr. Peter, I'm sorry about their accusations. This will be looked into. And Mr. Peter says, "Oh, I understand fully, sir. It's been a long night, and if they claim that I was present at that meeting, or is because you did say that, correct, Martin?
No, I said he offered them an army.
If they are claiming that I am offering to fund or provide my enemies with some sort of equipment or people, I can understand. It's been a long night for them. And who knows, perhaps the communist brainwashing got to them." And he laughs slightly. And Bert laughs as well.
Oh, one last thing, sir.
Yes.
You mentioned something about death threats. Do you know exactly who they're from?
They're signed the Hammer and Sickle movement.
That seems a little strange that they would sign a death threat.
These communists wish people to be afraid of them so this way they can simply do whatever they want. I'm certainly certain you know how it is. Isn't that right, Bert? And Bert laughs again, the exact same laugh as last time.
Can I do an insight?
Ooh,
You can.
I had another
Oh my
check
god.
I wanted
no.
to do, but I don't have it.
You guys know that Bert actually does not really care about the communists. He's said as much. he doesn't really think that they're a threat or anything, and that he thinks that this whole kind of like investigation is a little like waste of time. So the fact that he's laughing at these communism jokes, he's under some sort of magical control right now.
I was gonna say he's probably been charmed, but I don't know how to deal with that.
Disrupt it.
Yeah.
The charm doesn't seem like it's like heavy or that it's going to be permanent if like with the insight, but he's not under 100% control as for why he was asking you if you were accusing him or not. But it looks like for the moment Bert is under a charm spell. Yes.
Can I use the spell magic?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna post the spell card.
You're gonna need to make a check against this.
Okay.
That's
what I was wondering.
Pretty high level charm.
Yeah.
Isn't the guy still in the room?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm still casting it anyways, because fuck this guy. He already knows I can use magic.
Yeah. He's seen Yomi cast magic before.
Do you add your proficiency bonus to this? I'm never sure.
It's a spell check, so I would guess so.
Okay.
Be right back.
Back right, B.
Because the DC is 10 plus the spell's level, correct? That's at least what it says.
Yes.
So, 21.
Yeah, Bert kind of blinks a little bit and is like seems like he's a little disorientated. And Mr. Peter grins widely at you, Yomi, and says, "I believe it's time I take my leave."
She smiles and says, "Thank you for the funding."
You're welcome. I believe I'll be checking in every now and then to make sure my funds are going to the appropriate sources. Good evening. Good evening, Bert. And Bert still seems like he's waking up from a dream and is like confused as Mr. Peter moves to go past you all through the door.
Wait, isn't it morning?
Did we win?
Yeah, but it is morning. But Bert seems like he's been charmed, right? So he's waking up out of it.
Did we win?
Did we win what?
Did we beat the spell?
I mean, I'm telling you that Bert's kind of blinking and it looks confused now.
I left. I just got back.
And
Peter, I rolled
Mr.
a 21. So unless his spell level of 12 or higher, then
Yeah, Mr. Peter is exiting the room now, unless anyone's going to stop him or say anything else.
Cain will.
Okay.
Cain will open the door for him and go, "Very unfortunate that myself and your family cannot work together."
Exactly. It's truly tragic that you've decided to side against your mother. And then he exits the room very quickly after saying that,
Yeah.
doffing his hat to you.
Cain is very, very, very... He smiles. Good day.
All right. You guys are left alone in the room with Bert, and you can hear Krieger's voice in your ears. I can see you all again.
I'm aware.
Oh, don't worry. It was just one of those gloved ones. No big deal.
Bert kind of coughs gently and says, "Excuse me, I must have fallen asleep for a moment there. It's been a long night."
As you can tell, Agent Bert, we have managed to procure additional funding.
Yes, I believe something was said about that. And I believe HQ should have sent their man down, but he has yet to arrive. And Bert kind of pulls out a pocket watch and looks at it.
By the way, I believe there's also something about gaining access to all sorts of information thanks to our benefactor. So, would it be possible to look into somebody by the name of Mr. Peter?
In case you didn't notice, I am the one from HQ. I've just briefed you on the situation. Do you not remember what we talked about?
Okay, you both of you are confusing the dick out of him right now. Roll some sort of social checks on these.
But I'm just asking if I can ask for more
Yes.
information.
Yeah, but you okay? So I do want to point out that I want to say this, and then you cut in.
Oh, sorry.
So
Not only that, but Martin too. He says, "Wait, so you're Mr. Peter?" And he looks at you, Alistair.
yeah, of course I am.
He like holds his head as if he's getting a bad headache. He's like, "Oh, gotta lay off the whiskey, I guess."
Did you really think that I would be known as Agent Golden Fox? That was merely a cover name.
Roll deception. You would normally be doing this at disadvantage. However, you're getting it at normal because he's still confused from being that charm being dispelled.
Yeah, I'm using my inspiration for it.
Okay, so you can roll at advantage. Because it's a pretty bad lie. Let me roll for Bert.
How the fuck did that? Oh, okay, there we go. That's an 18.
Yeah, I'm taking the 18. So, he goes, the HQ said you were tanned, not black.
You know how they say. Most of the time, they don't want to just outright say someone is black, because that makes people think poorly of them from the start.
All right, and I'm guessing then you have the additional funds you said you'd be bringing with you.
Do you really think they would send that much money with me on my personage? That seems a bit risky, doesn't it?
Roll an
Especially,
deception.
especially since I was just infiltrating a communist agenda base.
Roll something. Roll deception this time at advantage because it makes sense for you not to have brought the money to the communist agenda. And Bert has already is starting to like, yeah. So he goes, yeah, but it says in the paperwork that you'd be bringing the money in person because they're not like prefer to pay cash.
We're going down this boat. We're going down with this.
Then HQ must have informed you wrong. You really think they would let a black man take all of this money on himself?
All right, I'll get in contact with them later. For now, can you brief me for what's been going on?
I will leave that to the other members of my infiltration group. I think
right.
they got more information about it.
So, first off, he says, we know you managed to make it into the bar. However, we didn't have anyone on the inside of the bar. Do you want to tell us what happened in there? Do they have? Let's start with what was the password to get into the speakeasy?
Oh fuck, we don't have. I was like about to nudge our queen.
Why? It was at the barber's. It was something easy to manage.
Something that really speaks for myself or me.
It is easy to manage, I believe.
Something that's easy to manage, but really speaks for me.
All right.
Or speaks to you.
He writes that down. Once you gained entry, what kind of nationality were the most of the people in there?
No, 2 Americans.
Well,
and she smiles.
Okay. What skin color were they? Yellows, blacks, red skins? Come on. You know what I meant.
And one black lady singing.
Yep.
Okay.
Fine. And there was one black lady singing.
Okay, he records that. Now, we've been trying to get access to their meeting schedule for months. Did you? How did you get access to finding like when that meeting was being held?
Listening.
You just overheard them talking about it?
They had a flyer.
All right. And where did you find
Attached.
this flyer?
It was hidden on a label for a bottle.
I see. And where was this bottle?
Time out. Wait. Are we gonna tell him all its stuff?
In character, guys.
No. Man.
Someone else
Whatever.
talk if you guys decide how much you want to say. So
Mm-mm.
Alistair looks at the dear lady friend,
Which
Conah. You're the only one that read the label, so he's looking at you, Conah.
You
It
feel free to start
was
speaking.
behind a bottle of what was it? People's vodka. The
All right.
People's vodka
They kept the bottles hidden.
Where were they hidden?
underneath the counter.
Okay, he writes all that down. How did you get them to let you see this bottle? Then they've been very wary of outsiders.
Oh, well, we blended in. We tried our best.
Yes, but
Ordered some drinks previously, and then we noticed the cups and what other people were drinking. We got curious.
so you had to order a special kind of drink.
The People's vodka. That's all, right? She looks at Alistair.
I don't remember mentioning anything special. I believe we mentioned that, hey, those people are drinking from some funny glasses. How about you give us a real drink?
Okay, and he writes that down. Did were any of them openly carrying weapons?
No.
No, they are a non-violent organization.
Did you see any of them moving or doing any sort of drug?
Nope.
Does alcohol count as a drug? After all, this is supposed to be the prohibition era, isn't it?
It is illegal. Yes.
looks up at the sky.
It is illegal, yes, but we're hoping to have a much bigger bus than just another speakeasy. Okay. Now, was there any mention about a doomsday project?
Oh,
Say what
heavens,
now?
no.
A what?
A
The
doomsday
doomsday.
project.
Have you lost your mind, good sir? Why would anyone
haven't.
be
Answer the question, please, Agent.
Why would anyone openly talk about a doomsday device?
Considering of how we had this information delivered to us from you, Mr. Peter, I would believe that you would know why.
Is there another code name or any other sort of word for what you're looking for?
Not that I know of.
Then I don't recall them mentioning anything.
Okay. All right. Well, we saw you leave in the company of several of the members. You loaded up into their truck. We already have the names of all those members, so we don't need any information on them. What street did you go to?
Oh, now that's a good question. At least I didn't see anything. We were just in a truck. Must be something we wrote down, the label where the meeting was gonna happen, but I didn't write it down.
So nobody knows the street name?
I also didn't see the street name as we were in the truck the whole time.
The meeting places changes every time, so
Yes, we're looking to at least pin down one of their locations.
I mean I don't remember the street name. It was something like 55th Street or something, but I
55th
li-
Street. All right, he writes it
I
down.
mean, I don't know if that was the street.
No, but we can look into the area at least.
Okay.
Upon arrival, we know that you normally use a passcode to enter.
Una speaks up. All for one and one for all.
He writes that down. Good to
That's
have
the
you
first
with
time
us, Agent. Thought you'd fallen asleep there.
Well, that's the first time he's ever spoken in front of Bert, so.
Yeah, that's why Bert
You
said
can
that.
talk.
Bert's making that. We received some reports of strange activity going on shortly after your arrival in the warehouse. Can you tell us what happened? Something about a grenade going off.
It might have been some sort of
Grenade.
rival group. We're not sure what exactly happened, but there was some sort of loud noise, and then everybody started to evacuate.
A rival group was mentioned.
We're not sure who exactly it was.
No names, nothing like that.
No.
Try to find some more information on this rival group. It could be very pertinent to our investigation. After that, you were brought to a second warehouse. Correct? But we lost track of you on the way, so we have no idea where this warehouse is, or even if it was really a warehouse. We just assume it was, as we know they've been using them.
We kind of got crammed into a truck, so we never got the actual street name.
Yeah,
Understood.
that one got even worse than the first one.
That's understood. You don't need to worry about this too much. You've already done an amazing job so far, and this information is stuff that you can discover in later excursions. What happened at the second warehouse?
We talked about barbecues.
It
We
was
made
mostly
friends.
socializing.
Yeah, it's just normal people talk about barbecues and saving up money
Perhaps
for
they don't
some
trust you enough
guys.
yet to... I see. So essentially,
Wife.
we've been wasting funds investigating an absolutely non-violent group that was attacked by a violent group.
Yes.
That is why I was wondering what sorts of suspicions you've been having in regards to this group. And what sorts of
I'm not-
evidence. I'm just not speaking about you personally, but
Yeah. What was your agent name again?
Agent Spider Lily.
Agent Spider Lily. I am quite honestly as in the dark as you are about this. I understand that in some other cities, people have started taking this communist threat very seriously, but I don't understand why entirely. Most of the groups that we've investigated, and truly, I've investigated the Hammer and Sickle movement myself a few times. Each time I've put in my reports that they are a non-violent organization led by a former war criminal. So, perhaps they're just trying to keep tabs on Mr. River. Regardless, I think that this is a gross appropriation of funds, and now that I've seen your talents in the field, I honestly think that each and every one of you is being misused and would be much, much better used on the rumors that of the soon-to-be war on drugs.
Perhaps there is a point to investigating this person that's been impersonating me.
I'm more interested, instead of whoever's been impersonating you, Mr. Peter, as I still don't know if this is just a similarity between your two last names or whatever, in investigating this violent group that attacked the Hammer and Sickle.
My point being is that I do think that this person pretending to be me is the same person of this rival group.
Wait, I think I'm starting to remember. I believe the name was the Burning Hand.
The Burning Hand.
I will.
You're sure of that? The Burning Hand?
Yes.
All right. I will include all this in my report to HQ. Have you been invited to any more meetings? We know that you have. Would you have they given you the address yet? And the time? You guys know that they have. I just didn't say the actual address. do you want to share this information with Bert or not?
I don't want to. I don't know what you guys want that I don't want to.
I mean, you can't say that out loud.
No, I'm not.
We have heard of another meeting, but we do not quite know where or when yet. We would need some more time investigating this.
All right. In that case, then I believe we're done here, agents. Take some time off until you're notified about the next meeting. I will send this letter to HQ. They can normally take a long time to respond. We've set you up in a hotel that's very close to here.
Uh-oh.
I believe it's a very delightful milkshake diner. Right beside it.
Uh-oh.
You're free to stay in the rooms up there.
Mom just starts sweating.
What's a milkshake? It's
I mean,
a
she
delicious.
doesn't say that out loud.
Oh.
What is a milkshake?
I will ring your room as we've gotten you adjoining rooms for the males and the females with a door connecting the two of them.
Mm.
How convenient.
In a few days, once we have Tal, say that out loud.
Yes.
Anyways, he says
The
that
EverQuest for tater tots.
he'll call you once they finally get their shit together and have investigated more. So do you guys go to your hotel rooms?
See.
No.
Sure.
Cain stays back.
Yes, agent, how can I help you?
Does everyone else leave?
I'm gonna stealth to see if I can like stay around.
You
It
doesn't.
is a room with a single door, and you're all directly opposite of him, and he's looking directly at you. Stealth is not an option here.
Can we leave and then
No, I'm staying. Shady ass motherfucker.
Yomi leaves, but she wants to stay outside to listen.
Okay, Conah is
Crosses her arms.
Conah's crossing her arms and looking at you, Cain.
Oh, that's fine. So he's looking at me?
He's looking at both of you, wondering why the hell you haven't left his office yet. Has anyone else decided to stay? Echo or anyone?
I mean, Alistair was about to leave when he saw that no one wanted to leave. When several people was going to stay behind, he went, "Are we forgetting something?" And he goes back inside.
Yeah.
Echo, what are you doing?
Echo looks tired and is just gonna stand there and wait until people leave.
Okay. Bert looks at you all like,
Well, no one's moving, so Alana's not moving.
Oh,
Can
guys,
I
I just
help you,
wanted to
Aiden?
have, conversation with Bert. Just to,
Who died and made you leader?
all right. Well, everyone but Agent Sterling, you're dismissed.
Mm.
Echo's gonna mimic the laugh of Bert.
Bert just looks at you confused. And is like, that's a pretty good
Reluctantly.
impression of me.
Oh, she's amazing.
Oh wait, who are you again? What was your agent name?
Secret agent name.
Echo wakes up because they're tired and stuff, and then looks over and is like, "What?"
What's your agent name?
Echo looks back and forth, and then looks.
Bobby.
Echo adjusts their shirt and goes,
Bobson.
I'm Agent Honey Barbecue.
Oh shit!
All right, Agent Honey Barbecue. Then. Well, either way, that was a very good impression of me. You should really have considered a career in stand-up comedy instead of a career.
say. That's so nice of you to say.
Well, yeah. Anyways, everyone but Agent Sterling is dismissed.
Then Alistair's gonna go back to the lovely milkshake place.
He only
Okay.
wants to fucking stand outside and listen.
Yeah, you can stand outside and listen.
Yeah.
The door is closed, so you guys are gonna have to make a perception to hear what's said before what is said.
Mhm.
You want that right
Alright,
now?
well, I'm gonna stand outside then.
Okay, everyone make me perception then. All right, Yomi, you can hear muffled shit. Echo, are you making a perception too? I like how Kane's strategy is just like be the last one out of the room always.
I mean, Yomi doesn't fucking trust this communist-ass motherfucker.
Yomi, you're the only one who's gonna be able to hear this, and you're only gonna be able to hear it muffled. So I want you to role play that appropriately, okay? You only hear bits and pieces. Go ahead, Kane.
So, first off,
All right, let me just see if he's. And Bert is charmed again. He smiles at you, and he does that same laugh that he's done before.
You can hear
Great.
Echo on the other side of the door make that laugh.
Can't hear him. Continue, Kane.
so Bert,
Yes?
I feel like some of my fellow agents may have accidentally messed up some of the information they gave you.
Oh, that's tragic, Agent Sterling. I'm certain someone of your caliber, though, is going to write that information. I'd
Of
look
course.
quite foolish if I gave HQ false eats, as the children say these days. And he giggles.
Very, very.
You're starting to think that this guy's brain might be turning to mush with how many times he's been charmed.
Of course. So, you see, well, first, if I could just have the paper that has the mistakes on it, I'd like to look over it just in case to make sure there are no further discrepancies than what I heard.
Oh, of course. C is just a letter in the ocean, after all. And he slides the paper across to you.
Of course. He takes it. He goes, Well, I do believe this password to the speakeasy is incorrect.
Oh. Well, I'm certain that you'll be able to correct it.
Of course.
Because you're so easy. And he laughs again. You see he's
course.
swaying slightly in his seat as, like... You start wondering if he's really only been charmed twice today or not.
Nope. Because he probably passed the first one and then tried charming it again. So he sits there and he's looking at the paper and he's like, Well, it would actually be, when they ask you what you're in for at the barber. Something that is silent that gives me a hard look.
Something that gives me silent and a hard
No,
look.
it's silent, but it gives me a hard look.
It's silent, but it gives me a hard look. Like a dirty fart. And he giggles again.
Of course.
Poor Bert. No one tells him anything, and he just gets charmed by everybody.
And the password to the warehouses would be 1 for 1 and all for all.
1 for 1 and all for all. I'm a musketeer. Did you know that before I became an agent, I wanted to be an acteur? I studied all the greats. Hamlet.
You'll be there someday, Bert. I'm sure if you just give it another try, you'll be able to do it.
Thank you, Master Kane. He said.
Also, speak of the warehouses being near piers.
No one said that.
No one said that.
Well, they had followed us to the first one.
First one wasn't near a pier,
The
was it?
second one was by the pier.
No, they're all near piers.
They actually all are near piers. That was
I
that
mean,
was something
isn't-
that was given last time.
Right? Isn't that just because San Francisco is literally just piers?
Pretty much, yeah. But it is true that they are all near piers, and that you knew that the first one was near a pier as well.
Yeah, boats.
So are you telling him that all the warehouses are near piers?
No, so he says this whole thing about all of the warehouses being near piers.
Yes.
There are a few select that are near piers. There are other ones that are around that are not as close.
See.
It is still very correct that they are non-violent, contrary to what Mr. Peter has said, or has disclosed in his report.
Mr. Peter is says nice things.
Yes, he does.
He has pretty eyes like you.
Oh, thank you. It helps with my missions.
Eyes of endless stars, sea of black.
But I see that you've copied down the new information.
No, he actually hasn't written at all. Because you took the sheet of paper from him.
Well, you should pull out a new piece of paper and write down what I've told you.
He does, and he writes. His handwriting looks much different than his normal handwriting, and it seems like it's very, very messy. It's clear that being charmed so many times has done something to his brain right now.
That's fine.
You don't know if it's temporary or not, but you may have decreased this guy's IQ by a shit ton.
That's fine. Cain folds up the paper and he's like, "Oh, I will dispose of this paper out in the shredder. Outside.
Henderson has a shredder underneath his desk.
That'll be great. Thank you very much for your time. I'll be seeing you around when the next report comes in."
You're welcome, sir. And you leave?
And I leave. I pat him on the hand, tell him he's done a great job.
He gets up, moves to the door, and opens it for you, and everyone sees that Bert does this.
Thank you.
Connor's shaking her head.
And you leave, and Bert closes the door behind you.
Cain had placed the original copy in his pocket as he left.
Yep. Okay. So, you guys are going to the hotel now?
Sure.
Brenda raises an eyebrow.
I want milkshakes. Whatever
then
that
we'll go
is.
get some.
Alright, the party, y'all go and get some milkshakes. And you have an enjoyable evening in each other's company. Everyone gain an inspiration. Morning. You have an enjoyable morning.
Are there tater tots on the menu?
Wait, what about inspiration?
You gain one.
Everyone gains one.
Okay.
We're having a nice conversation with each other. And
Dylan, you like what I did?
I do. It's definitely interesting. Cain continues to just stay behind and then do something that is unexpected. That will have interesting consequences. So, you guys have a nice morning, and eventually you go back to the hotel. The bellhop recognizes you, Mona.
Oh no.
Oh god.
It's like, sir? I believe your girlfriend is still waiting for you upstairs. Would you like me to page her that you've arrived?
He shakes his head no.
Very well, sir. Here are the dude. Can I have the name that your reservations are under? Sirs?
He didn't tell us what the names were.
He did
Your
not.
agent names.
Oh.
Sterling Archer.
Yes. And that would be, and then he points at all of you in turn and names your agent names. As part of your party, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, sir, what luck. Your room is directly next to the one that you and your wife were staying in.
Oh no.
Oh, and also, sir. As you turn to leave, he calls out to Mauna.
Yes.
There is the little matter of our window. We understand that sometimes our guests can get a little rowdy in their nighttime activities. However, we'll be requiring payment for the window and a security deposit on your room. Please.
Okay. I mean, he looks a bit confused. He looks a bit confused. I don't know. Doesn't
Send
actually say
the
it.
bill to a Mr. Peters.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't do that.
Why not?
Because Mr. Peters owns this hotel, sir.
Oh no.
Yes, and we are working for him. Henceforth, you should put it on his bill.
Roll persuasion. At disadvantage. Or deception, actually, at normal.
Wow. Amazing.
I'm sorry, sir, but Mr. Peters has already been quite thorough on this matter and says that he requires this payment immediately before you can have your rooms.
Okay.
If as long as the room is returned in the condition that it was left in, your security deposit will be returned. We'll need 25 for the security deposit and 70 for the window.
Good luck having that money, Mauna. Good luck any of us having that money turned
Yeah,
2
Jesus.
ago.
I'm broke, so
Echo, are you going to pay off Mauna's debt? Bree?
Bree,
What?
Are you going Mauna to get your hotel room? Mauna has to pay for the window he broke, and he has to put down a security deposit.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't say
Total
it,
of
bro.
95 gold, and he doesn't have the money.
What? What? Echo's hair is gonna floof. Why me?
You're
you're the only one.
money.
I have a whopping 5 gold.
I have 0. So
Echo's gonna go through her bag and is gonna whip out a bunch of ceramic ducks. And then look at the who is this guy? Like the bellhop or something?
He's the receptionist.
Yeah, and looks at the receptionist. What about these? She says.
If you do not have the money, Mr. Peters said that we could come to an arrangement. He has a task for you all, and if you complete it, it would be even.
What would be the favor?
And Mr. Peters suddenly steps out from a darkened corner.
Oh my god,
Again. I'm so glad you asked. Does this mean you'll be accepting my terms?
I believe she asked because she wants to know if it would be a good idea to accept your terms, sir. That's usually what people ask these sorts of things for.
Usually, yes. However, my request is a little unorthodox, and as such, I'll be needing you to agree to the terms before I tell you them.
That sounds ominous.
It does, and he nods.
I won't be agreeing to any of these terms.
Do all of us have to agree or just one?
I mean, I'm assuming that one person would have to do the task by themselves.
If it was just one of you, then yes, you'd need to complete the task alone.
Can we group huddle?
I mean, I'm not going to agree to anything.
Yeah, I know. Yomi doesn't want to either, but...
How much did you say the cost of the window was?
The window was 75 gold. The security deposit will be 20. Wait, sorry. The window was 70. The security deposit is 25.
You know, Moana. How do you say your name? You don't normally speak, so.
Mauna!
Moana.
Like a Pokemon.
Okay. It seems you're in need. So I will take it upon the kindness of my heart to help you out. Because as much as I want to get along with Mr. Peters, I'd prefer if one of the people working with me stayed working with me and not doing him a favor. Seeing as his favors might undermine my employer. So, I'll pay for you.
Very well then, Mr. Peters says, and steps back into the shadowy corner and quickly lose vision on him.
Is his first name Earl?
Earl Peters.
Jenkins Peters.
And Cain pulls out the money to pay for
The
Moana.
receptionist accepts the money and acts as if he's waking up from a dream.
That poor soul.
Echo's gonna throw one of the ceramic ducks at where Peters just was.
It shatters in the corner.
And now we have to pay for wall damages.
The receptionist says precisely. That'll be an additional 2 gold, please.
Looks at Echo.
Echo's gonna look at the receptionist and is gonna like slam her hands on the table, missing 3 fingers still, and is gonna be like, "Listen, you punk!
Oh god,
I
Yomi
don't got
fucking.
enough time for this bullshit."
She didn't fight in the war for you.
She visibly jumps. Roll
Sorry.
me intimidation.
Ya yo lo vi, lo recogí 3 veces.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well,
We love you too.
1 moment.
mhm.
Yeah, he's more scared of Mr. Peters than you. 2 gold, please. And he kind of cowers.
Echo's hair is gonna like floof, and she's gonna. Can I reach over the desk?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
All right. Echo's gonna like reach over the desk and with her good hand like grab the receptionist by the shirt and just like pull her up over the,
Roll
the table.
Roll athletics, because he's trying to back up away from you grabbing him.
Cain is going to.
He slaps your hand away.
Cain is gonna come behind Echo.
Yeah.
He's gonna tap them on the shoulder and go, "I will put the money down. I prefer if you would stop antagonizing the civilians."
I'm just paid part-time. And he cries.
Echo's gonna whip around, look at Cain, and then she's gonna like slap Cain's hand off her shoulder and be like, "I'm too tired for this shit." And she's gonna turn, like, whip around again, look at the receptionist, and it's gonna like,
He cowers.
and then it's gonna like grab one of the other ceramic ducks and like go to throw it and be like, "This is what I think of your gold." And is just gonna like throw it again, but like over their head, so it smashes against the wall.
Okay. Is that,
Don't know
Cain,
this
you're right
child
there. Do you want to roll a sleight of hand to try and catch the duck?
What?
Cain, you're right there. Do you want to roll a sleight of hand to try and catch the duck?
Cain will not try to catch the duck.
All right.
Instead,
Just let it
he will pull out Lightsbane and dagger form.
You pull out a knife. The receptionist looks even more scared now.
And just lightly, with the hilt of it, taps it into Echo's back. And says, "I want you to stop. You've caused enough trouble. There is a time and a place for all of the things you are doing.
The duck.
While we are in the settlement of someone like Mr. Peters, it is best if we do not draw attention to ourselves."
The duck shatters against like the wall, and another ceramic duck meets its end 2 before its time. You've got a knife out now. You're doing your best to keep it covered. The receptionist noticed, and he is scared, but doesn't seem like anyone else has noticed.
I mean, I'm doing it to protect them.
Yeah, Echo.
Echo feels the hilt and is gonna like take a step forward.
You're right up against the receptionist desk. You cannot take a step forward. To the side.
Then Wait. So Kane's like right up against my back, right?
Essentially, his knife is, but his body is not. He's not like pushed up into you. He's just tapped you like lightly on the back with the hilt. You, however, said that you were currently that you had just tried to reach over.
Yes.
So you're still right up against the counter.
Can I kick my foot back?
To do what?
I want to try and get him between legs.
You're trying to kick him in the testicles. All right, roll an unarmed attack.
What role would that be?
I believe it's strength, right, friends?
Yeah, no proficiency on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So D20 plus your strength, nothing else.
So rolling plus strength. Okay.
Yeah, which I believe is a negative for you.
It says strength is 2 for me.
Oh, never mind then. Why do you use your athletics at a -1 then?
My athletics is -1.
Why?
Oh, I think you're looking at your because are you proficient in strength saving throws? Because that's different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, your strength is -1.
Oh, -1. Okay, I see what
Roll.
you mean.
That's
again.
fine. So like,
Yeah.
use that. So it's a
Well,
14.
1d20 -1. Roll properly. Okay. Yeah. You do not hit him. Kane,
Okay.
you get kicked in like the shin. Doesn't even hurt at all.
Oh boy.
Echo's gonna like.
Well, let's let Kane react now. Kane.
Cain, as they spin around, makes Lightsbane disappear
Okay.
and goes, I do not wish to have further violence with you. We should all just go to bed.
Your magic sword, which was a dagger a moment ago, just vanishes entirely, Echo, and by the time you've turned around, he's unarmed entirely, and asking you if you just want to go to bed.
Echo's gonna squint and is gonna like walk up closer to them and then whisper into their ear, "Fuck you. I'm gonna remember this." And then it's gonna like back up a little bit and be like, "Yeah, I want to go to sleep."
Why does Bree and Earl's characters always antagonize the dicks out of each other?
What do you mean? Our characters?
Echo and Zaris.
Oh, I was about to say.
Echo
Because Zelmo and Icarus get along great.
they do
I
so
mean-
well.
Mine and his characters don't get along too great.
Cain goes, as they're backing up after they whisper, goes, I hope you do. And then he goes, yes, let's all go to bed.
Well,
The mother of
sir,
these children, please
Sir?
come and get them.
sir,
Cain goes over to the desk and
it's
puts 5 gold down.
very good, sir. I didn't see anything, and he takes the money and just is like, I think I'm going to take my breakfast break now.
That would be wise. I hope you have a pleasant rest of your day.
I will.
Don't
And
get hurt now.
you guys all start going upstairs to your rooms.
As we make her leave, Echo's gonna like take her finger and like put it across her throat to like at the receptionist.
Roll another intimidate. One moment. I'll roll for him. He gives you the up yours motion.
Hell yeah. Because Cain is scary.
No, because he nat 20'd on this wisdom save. And he leaves, and you all leave, and you all go upstairs. And Mauna, as you pass, you recognize your previous room has its door open right now
Oh,
as
no.
you're getting close, and you have to cross this in front of this door to get to your room.
Shit.
Oh, Moana, are you in need of help again?
Da, 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 Three Musketeers! Yoma, Alistair, and Kane. One night stands. If you need a rescue, we'll be there.
Are you in need of help?
Maybe.
Shake once. Shake your head, yes or no.
A true gentleman wouldn't let a lady wait.
For the female members of the party who don't know what's going on in character, you see that all the men stop before passing in front of one of the doors.
That's fine. Yomi's fucking going to bed. Fuck all y'all.
Compass turning around's like, what are you idiots doing now?
Well, you
Why,
see.
I'd say I do
Oh,
not.
Alistair, you
quite-
do explain.
I do not quite take well to being called a buffoon.
Cool. I didn't call you a buffoon. I called you an idiot.
You guys begin
Yes.
arguing directly in front of this door.
Prestidigitation, close the door.
What?
Presentation doesn't close doors.
I thought that's the one that does.
No, that's
That's
not
wrong.
liturgy.
Never mind. I
Oh,
was like,
oh shit!
Yeah,
That
so
would
Oh shit! You stop at their junk door, shoot!
No,
Alright.
just hellish rebuke her.
The door closes.
And
Door
he
closes.
spends a key point.
We all run.
Dash.
The door closes, and as you guys start to run, you hear a loud voice from the room go, "Honey, are you back?" And you guys all rush. Which one of you has the key? That would be Cain. Cain, you have the key. However, Yomi and Echo are at the door in front of you. You're going to need to roll me a sleight of hand to get the key into the door and get it open before the woman comes out of her room.
Wait,
Echo's standing there with just holding a bunch of ceramic ducks.
wait, in front
As
of
you
the
guys all
door.
begin slamming into the door, trying to frantically get it open.
Oh,
we
man.
all, are we all in one room?
Yeah.
Mona,
And
how
then
bad?
going in the door.
Christ.
He
There's
looks
a-
at me like, how bad do you want to get into this room
It's-
before?
It's a single room that has two
Like 6?
separate.
There's-
It has two separate areas, one for men, one for women.
Yes.
And
okay, I got you.
it's connected with a door, but to get inside that room, you still use the same door.
Yes. So you're all stacked up on the door right now. Cain is trying to get it open. You guys heard a "Honey, is that you?" from the next room over, and you're hearing footsteps running.
Oh no. Cain looks at Mona. He's like, how bad do you want to get in this room?
You don't really have time to ask him properly, you know.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, as we're running, I would ask that.
I'll allow it. Mona says nothing. Earl?
Guess I'm just rolling this at normal and not with my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh,
You drop the key.
perfect.
The door next door opens, and
Uh-huh.
you get one, like, if someone wants to try and make an acrobatic, like a sleight of hand to catch the key out of midair, and then another sleight of hand to throw it to someone else to unlock the door, feel free. Echo catches it out of the air. Echo, second sleight of hand to throw it to someone.
I already said that Yomi's at the door, so throw it to me.
Oh!
Who are you throwing it at, Echo?
Is the person out of the room yet?
Not yet.
I'm gonna throw it in front of the door.
Oh!
Echo
Okay,
throws the key.
I'm going to try to catch the key.
All right, I'll allow a sleight of hand as you dive to catch it.
Wait, is
This is all
her
happening in slow motion. Hold on, this needs appropriate music. Hold on.
is her door open or closed right now?
Her door is open.
Oh, then I'll cast Thaumaturgy to close it.
Hold on, give me a moment. That'll take your action though. Doing so, remember.
Sure.
While this is happening, can Kona just like try and fiddle with the door with her thieves' tools? She's getting tired.
Yeah. Okay. Roll me sleight of hand, Martin. Yeah, you catch the key. Yomi, you close the door. You hear like a bonk on the other side of the door, and you hear, "Ow, honey!" And the door starts opening again. Roll me thieves' tools to see if you can jimmy the lock open.
That was dexterity, right?
Yep.
No!
Are
Your
you
thieves' tools
fucking
break,
kidding
and you
me?
think that your thieves' tools break, and you think that part of them is stuck in the
No.
keyhole.
She has expertise in fucking thieves, so I fucking kidding.
Can I wait? No, I already
Top
used
of
my
the round.
turn.
Top of the round. Cain?
Trying to hide Mole.
How are you hiding him?
I don't know.
Just stand in front of him.
Everyone barricade Mona.
Yeah.
Behind us.
Alright, so is everyone just standing in front of Mona?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay. Okay, Yomi, what are you doing?
I want
I'm
to
not.
cast mending on those thieves' tools.
Okay,
Thank you.
the thieves' tools repair themselves. However, that's your turn. Echo, are you standing in front of Maona to protect him from this woman's vision?
Oh, totally not.
Okay. Cain is all right. So Cain's the only one standing in front of Maona. The door opens. The woman comes out, and you guys suddenly hear a Hold on. First off,
Do I not get a turn in any of this?
oh yeah, Maona. Maona, you get a turn. What are you doing?
I want to stealth.
All right, roll stealth. Also, hold on. I have to type something to you.
Uh-oh.
I need you to answer me that first, May.
God.
May, just say yes or no out loud. Okay, go. All right, roll me stealth, May.
20.
May, you hide behind Cain. The woman comes out, and as she does, Mauna, someone grabs you by the shoulders, turns you around, and you soon find yourself locking lips with Alistair.
Oh no!
Directly in front in this hallway. You guys are all bore witness to Alistair. Just, is there tongue involved? I need to know.
Let me roll a performance for this.
All right.
Oh my god.
Because he's not going to use tongue, but he's going to make it look like. Well, okay.
Yeah, there's definitely some tongue usage by mistake. And the woman comes out, and she's shocked. And let me roll a percentile die to see if she's into it or not.
Oh.
Yes, please say yes.
No. No, I'm done.
Turns out she's into being cucked.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. Is this Raoul's sister?
And she goes, oh my. I didn't realize you were both. She fans herself gently.
I just want to go to sleep.
And let me roll a con save. She fans herself and then topples over and passes out.
Oh no, Cain will go to help her.
No, please leave her alone.
No, it's up to a gentleman to bring a lady back to her room.
Open the door. No, I want to
Please,
sleep.
where's the key?
You
Alistair
have thieves' tools.
Okay, fine, fuck it. Here I am. I'm trying again.
Alistair has
Wait.
the.
Wait, isn't there still
Take it
stuff in
down.
the keyhole though?
No,
I
she
cast
fixed it.
mending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the door pops open. It's a pretty simple lock.
Fuck this.
A-
Let's leave them
Alistair
outside.
Alistair will carry the woman inside the room and then leave her on the bed. And
Maona?
then
Do you go with
Go.
him?
Cain was gonna go.
No.
Okay, so Cain and Alistair carry the girl into her room.
I'm gonna go too.
And everybody goes inside and goes to sleep. Oh. Okay, so the door ends up locked behind, but Alistair has the key, so. Alistair, you just unlock the door and let everybody
Well,
in.
while everyone's doing this, Kona's gonna make sure, check out the whole room.
It's a nice
No
Wait,
room.
bugs or
Echo
anything.
go with Alistair and
Yes.
No, you guys. Oh, wait, you went with Alistair and Cain?
Yes.
Okay, you guys all go into the room. The woman's room and put her down on her bed.
I'm gonna leave her a ceramic duck.
You leave a ceramic duck on
wow, it's like a serial killer.
her.
The ceramic duck murders.
You leave her ceramic duck and you hear her muttering things about so strong,
One almost can call
silent.
it duck hunt.
so gay. All right, and I'm guessing you guys
I'm
go
gonna,
back.
I'm gonna. All right, really quick though. I'm gonna like kneel down next to her. I can't remember what like stuff Lana's been saying.
Not
I'm just
very
gonna start
much.
I'm just gonna mimic whatever you've been saying that Echo has heard.
All for one and one for all is what he
That's
said.
the only thing Echo has heard him say.
And that's all she's gonna repeat.
All right, you repeat the communist password in her sleeping ear.
And then she's gonna just repeat.
Okay. Cain is staying in the room and waiting until you leave, Alistair and Echo.
No. Alistair is a gentleman, and he makes sure that a gentleman is the last one to leave a woman's side.
All right, Cain. Doesn't look like they're gonna leave you alone.
Oh, how unfortunate. And Cain leaves the room.
All right, and everybody leaves. You guys all go back to your room. You turn in for the night, and let's end the session here. What do you guys think?
Well, before that, Alistair's going to turn to Mona and he says, always remember that a proper gentleman always puts another brother. Is that the word that they used? I do believe so. Another brother in need. So please do remember that the next time I find myself in a pickle.
He gives Alistair a thumbs up.
Which door did you mean? The door to the your guys' room? It was locked, but Alistair has the key.
The
So
other one.
no, that is not.
Perfect.
I mean-
So, before the end of the session, I want to cast Alert in the hallway.
This is what I'm gonna do. The woman has the key to her room somewhere, right?
Yes.
I'm going to lock the door as we go out, and then I'm going to slide the key inside underneath.
Okay. That happens.
Okay.
Jeez.
And before going to sleep, Conah wants to make sure there's no, like...
Everyone
anything
keeps an eye on
random.
Cain, essentially, is what I'm being told.
Nah. Conah can give two shits.
Okay.
She just want to make sure there's, like, nothing that can, like, listen in or something that can be incriminating to them.
All right. Search the
Well,
room then. Investigation.
A duck was next to
Investigation.
the other room.
Investigation or perception?
Okay, investigation, shall, and I'm gonna use... No, I'm not gonna use the thing, fuck it.
I like how Kona's thieves' tools broke. And I just imagine Conah turning back and looking at the group with the big pouty face.
She's like, no.
Yeah, you don't really find anything incriminating or anything that could be used to listen in on you. But
Okay.
that would just be for physical devices that you're looking for. You don't think you'd be able to pick up magic with that sort of a check.
I don't know. We can't.
Cain's looking for magical listening things.
Okay. Cain, you get the sense that you're being watched.
I'm always being watched.
Well, everyone's always being watched.
Okay. Yep. The doors are alarmed. Everything is set. You guys sleep. All right.
I'll put one in the hallway too, so in case anyone passes.
Cool. You wake up a lot of times in the middle of the night because people passing in the hallway, but none stop.
Beautiful. Then
Yeah.
she's in the sun.
Yeah. So, I liked this session, and